What up, everybody? This your boy Theo Pinson here. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube so you don't miss any Run Your Race content. What up, everybody? This your boy Theo Pinson here with another episode of Run Your Race with my boy. Hey, he's back. AJ Richardson.
Good morning, beautiful people.
It's the nighttime again, and he's still saying that dumb shit. But people, we got a very special guest here today. Surprised he's not wearing green. You know what I'm saying? The dude he's a legend in those parts, in the Oregon parts. Listen, we got Jordan Bell here today with us.
I appreciate you having me, brother.
Nah, we appreciate you coming on, brother. You have had one hell of a career.
Appreciate you.
One hell of a career, and it's still going. You still got a lot of work you want to do and we know you're gonna get it done for sure. But Jordan, what we do here on Run Your Race, bro, we like to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
We like to bring everybody's story out as far as just understanding their different paths, different races that everybody has to get to where they are today. And nobody has the same path. Nobody does. And it shows the people who watch this podcast that you're capable. And no matter what your adversity or what you go through, you can get to this level, play at a high level, and get a chip.
Hello.
Get a chip and get paid. Come on now. But let's get it. Let's go ahead and get this thing started, man. Where you from? When did you start playing basketball? How did it all start for you?
I'm from Long Beach, California, born and raised. Basketball, always kind of played basketball. You know, growing up, you play everything, whatever's around. Courts, football's around, you're going to do that. Baseball around, you're going to hit it. But I always tell people I didn't start till high school because that's when I was like, oh, this is what I do. I think I was like 6'2", 8th grade. And then going into my freshman year, I get to like 6'6", 6'7". And so I was playing football at the time, and I was like, yeah, like, this probably ain't for me. I kept telling people to tell me, like, you know, you're good at football, but go give basketball a shot. And I was like, oh, I always thought like basketball players were soft. I was like, nah, I don't play with them soft dudes. For real, I don't play with them soft dudes. Like, you know, I'm going to be out here in the field. But it's funny what happened. I ended up getting kicked off the football team. So like now I had to lock in strictly on basketball my freshman year. So I played freshman at Long Beach Poly, played pretty well. And I would say at the end of that season, that's when I kind of like got into my body as far as like,
Got you.
I'm 6'6". I remember I couldn't dunk. I think I had one dunk the whole season. Like, because I always say if I had that football body, I was built, like my body was made for like moving like that. So like, you know, trying to get your steps right. Like I was jumping off the wrong side. And to this day, it was funny though, to this day, I dunk like this, right.
You've always been like that.
I've always been like that, yeah. And I've always, like, coach always thought it was kind of weird and stuff. He was like, no, do it the right way. And I was like, this just feel comfortable to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's football, you know, whatever it was.
For
like
sure.
it stayed with me. But after that, after my freshman year, I got into the AAU. I didn't know what that was at first. AAU.
Let me ask you this before we get there.
Yeah.
What if you didn't get kicked off the football team? You think you would have kept playing?
For sure, 100%. Yeah, I probably would have still got to basketball, but my love and passion would have for sure stayed with football.
Wow.
Yeah, I love football.
That's crazy. What
I
position?
love football. Receiver, tight end. Just put me out. Yeah. I was always athletic. Even before I got tall, I was always the fastest, always quickest, always beating everybody, kind of agility kind of contest. And so now I was 6'6". I was still fast, but I'm getting used to my body.
Yeah.
And so it looked kind of weird, but I was still, you know, keeping up with the fastest dude. And the little guys, 5'8", I was still keeping up with them. But yeah, they kicked me off for some stuff, man. I was stealing. I had found a teammate's wallet, took his stuff out of it, left it. They ended up catching me, kicked me off. So that's why I had to lock in on basketball.
Yeah.
And what I did in high school, I played every sport. So I did football, basketball, after that volleyball. Like I just did track. I tried to do everything. I just love playing sports and like just being active.
Is there a sport you wish you played a little bit more?
Football.
Is it football?
Yeah. Because after that, I never went back to play a game. Like I kept constantly like going out there for like spring, doing the practices. And I had people like, nah, leave it alone, dude. Like you ain't in basketball. Like make this your path. But I just loved it so much. I just kept going out there.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I think it was like my senior year. I was going out. So I'm going into my junior year, going into my senior year. My high school coach came out there and was like, yo, man, like, what you want to do with your life? Football or basketball? So it was like, that's when I like kind of like really locked in on basketball as far as like not doing volleyball, not doing any other stuff. But all those years I was still playing everything. But after my freshman year, I got into the AAU thing. And it's funny, I never heard of AAU. I didn't know what it was. I thought, you know, middle school teams, a high school team, that's all it was. And I was at my friend's house. I think we like 6 of us spent the night, and we woke up the next day and it was like, yeah, we're going to this trial. And I was like, for what? Like, the season over with. Like, what we doing? I was like, is this trial I didn't hear about? And it was like, nah, like AAU is called the Long Beach Sixers. And I was like, yo, y'all think I can go? I just still didn't know I was good at the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, y'all think I can go? Like, think I can make the team?
Mm.
And like I said, at this point, just like end of the freshman year, I'm like, my athletics body and all that is like made for basketball strictly. And so I get there, I'm dunking on people, blocking shots like I always do. And that's when I had to like start figuring out like AAU circuit, like which teams, because when I was on Long Beach, we were literally playing
Locally.
Yeah.
And for me, that was cool. I had never done that. So I was excited, but you know, you start playing against, I remember we played against Kenny Smith team, Aim High.
Yeah.
And I killed them. They beat us, but I remember end of the game, like dunked on 2 people, just blocking shots like I always done.
Yeah.
And after the game, it was like, yo, you want to join us? And I was like, yeah. Because, you know, we had the little, in Long Beach City, we had the little penny uniforms.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you started just seeing nice stuff.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, they got real uniforms.
Yeah.
They don't got to give them back. They got their last names on them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I'm like, I thought this was it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about this. And then so I joined Aim High. And after Aim High, I got cool with some players on the team and their father. And so that's when I kind of like start figuring out like, oh, this is people work out in the summer in basketball. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought we just played. And then so like I'm with them, we working out, and I'm like, oh, this is. I always loved working out. I always loved practice. Like
Yeah.
if I'm doing it, I'm loving it. And so to me, it was never like, oh, I gotta go. It was always cool. Like
Yeah.
I was waiting on y'all to pick me up.
Mhm.
So I'm doing all that, and I remember he ended up taking us to a different AAU team, like me and his kids, just because he thought it was a better situation. So it was SCA. So that was my first like sponsor team, I guess. Like they were Adidas. And so I remember my first day, they walked in there, gave me 3 duffel bags of gear, and I was just like,
Oh, mom.
yeah, what?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like growing up, like my mom is like, I'm youngest of 5 as far as her kids. I'm youngest of 6 total, but you know, I got 1 pair of shoes for the whole year, man. Next school year,
Yeah.
that's your shoes. And so I remember I was still rocking my shoes from 8th grade, but I had grew like 6 inches. So I was probably wearing a 12 or 11. I'm wearing a 14, but I don't know that I'm still squeezing in these 12s.
Shit.
And I remember showing up in the busted shoes. Like, I'm wearing these at school, like walking around too. I think it was LeBron 2s, if I'm not mistaken. And so I remember first day, they dropping bags off of gear and socks. I'm just like,
You don't know
yeah, I
what
think I
it
made it. I'm like, this is it. Like,
I'm in the league.
I'm in the league, bro. I was like, yo, this is it. So I obviously go to school next day fresh as hell. Like,
Yeah.
I'm giving stuff out.
You wearing straight team gear.
I was straight team gear. Nothing but team gear.
Mama, we ain't gotta go school
Yeah,
shopping.
yeah,
They got
yeah,
it.
we good.
I'm good.
I had so much though. Freddie gave me so much. I was giving away to my friends, like shoes. Like, here you go. I was always been like a generous person, so I was like, here you go. It's funny. I remember, like I said, I knew I was decent, but I didn't know I was good. But I remember the next practice, I invited all my teammates. Like, hopefully y'all can make the team and get some stuff too.
Yeah.
So they all went there. They was like, yo, don't ever bring these dudes back. I'm thinking like, yo, I grew up with these dudes. Yeah, I grew up with these dudes. I'm thinking they just as good as me. And it's like, nah, don't ever bring these dudes back. But anyway, I go from SCA, I finished that out at the Adidas 64. And at the time, I had a teammate named Rashawn Prince, who was like the number 1 7th grader, number 1 8th grader. I think freshman year, he was probably like top 5 or something like, yeah. And so he's on Cal Supreme. So he got the Nike stuff. Obviously, that's totally different. Nike don't give you
Different level.
Yeah, Adidas, they give you like 10 bags. Like, here you go. Nike, like, you go a shoelace, enjoy it. Like,
yeah, for sure. They stingy.
very stingy. And you know, they got the right to it. You know, they made their name. Like, so, and so I remember the guy who kind of ran the program, he always saw me because we played high school together. He was like, yo, like, these Nikes for you when you're ready. Got these Nikes. So I ended up joining them eventually, played with Cal Supreme. And then that's when, like, for me, I started, like, finding out the dirty business AAU and stuff, you know? And so I remember it was at the not Sweet 16, Peace Jam. We had made Peace Jam.
Yep.
It was me, Parker Cartwright on the team. We had some killers on our team. I think we lost one game my sophomore year. We lost one game the whole spring, summer. We lost one game.
Okay.
And it was to like I was 16 at the time, but it was against a 18. They barely beat us. Like, we were cold. So we go to Peace Jam. Like I said, we ain't lost. And our 16 team had, you know, the gold team, which is us, and then they had a B team. We go to Peace Jam. They literally take some players off that gold team, put new people. But I'm like, you know, we cool with all. We all practice together, so I'm not really thinking of it. And then we had a coach, and he was the head coach. He had led us the whole time. We get there, They make him the assistant. They put the B coach as a head coach.
The hell?
Yeah, and then I'm not really thinking about it. Like I said, we practice all together anyway. So I'm thinking everybody here, like, more the merrier. And so the game started, we playing. I think we played like Ohio Red or something like that. Playing, we killing them. And I think I had like probably like 4 block shots in like the first 3 minutes. Probably had 2 dunks, Parker's killing. We all doing good. Probably up like 12. And then they pulled me out. And I see my coach go off like, yo, like the head coach at the time. He was like, yo. And he was he's my high school assistant coach too. So, he was taking, I was his boy. He wasn't going to play with me. And so they took me out. He's like, yo, it's that BS I was talking about. Y'all changing shit up. I'm a kid. I'm 15, 16 at the time, not really understanding. And so the whole game they kept doing that. It would be up, it pulled me out, pull a couple players out, and they'll put the new guys in on the second team, and our score would go down. They'll put us up, same thing, and then towards the end, it's like they let them finish it. It's like what happened. We ended up losing that game.
Yeah.
I remember after the game, he was like, yo, we out. We're not doing this. He's like, we're not doing this BS. He was like, I'm not going to let them mess with you. They're not going to BS me. So we ended up playing Peace Jam, but then I left the Compton Magic, and when I got there, it was nothing but love.
Yeah.
It wasn't no shady shit. It wasn't it was mutual. If you was acting out, they was going to let you know. It was no BS. So I loved always being with Compton Magic. Shout out to A-Tup. He has an amazing program over there, still to this day.
You think sometimes you can just have too many people?
For sure, 100%.
I think that was just
and both teams were really good.
Yeah.
Very good, but it was like, this is the team we won with.
For sure.
We got to
you went, what's the high school called?
Long Beach Poly.
Long Beach Poly.
Yeah.
Was that just your district, or you chose to go there?
I grew up down the street.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I grew up down the street from there.
So like
Long Beach Poly,
I know school. That's what I'm about to ask you. Now, Long Beach Poly,
we put
I see why you wanted to play football.
For sure, yeah, exactly.
Like that makes total sense.
I went there football. I didn't not thinking basketball. I'm like,
you're not thinking basketball at all.
All these state champion, all these NFL.
Like
we still to this day got the most NFL.
And they were still producing.
Yeah, producing like Juju Smith.
So who was there?
At the time, we had Jayon Brown. He's a linebacker. Juju Smith was there.
Damn.
I don't know if y'all saw that play from the Raiders. Jack Jones, when he's a corner. He came. It was who were they playing?
This recently.
It's recent. It was like last week.
Oh, I'm finding clip.
Yeah. But Jack Jones, corner, 18, I believe number 18 for the Raiders. They ran they were just throwing it this way, lateral play, and he came. Mossed it like this.
Yes.
Long Beach Poly.
That was last game.
That's crazy.
Long Beach Poly, yeah. And like we put out,
wild.
but people think football. I'm like, yo, we not control, but like, no, Snoop Dogg went there, Cameron Diaz went there, Tony Gwynn went there, Giveon, the R&B singer.
I'm
in the same class. So
I live in LA now, and like Cam, so like one of he's my cousin and stuff like that. Like I've learned so much about Long Beach in the past 4 years to where I know like Poly.
That's the school right there,
It's the school. They produce so
all the time.
much.
Peyton Watson.
Yeah, Peyton from Denver.
Long Beach Poly, man. Long Beach Poly.
Got you.
Yeah.
But,
we ain't got too many football basketball. Me and him the only, I can say the only one, because I feel disrespectful saying that, but who I guess I've had a successful career in the NBA. But we've had a bunch of college dudes.
Yes. For sure.
Yeah.
Football is
football,
really
like we got the most NFL
from
high school. Like,
that's what I when you said that, and I remember because I saw your mixtapes and shit like that, like you did go to that school, but like when you talking about playing football,
that's
what you know.
That's all you know. Yeah.
That's what you know.
For real.
Like, and dudes going to big time colleges.
You
know what I'm saying? Like
everywhere.
And I can only imagine at that time it's like you getting beat across the head. Like, yo, play football. This is where the money at. But at the same time, you figured out basketball was your calling.
Exactly.
So, how hard was it for you to transition to basketball?
It wasn't, because I always did it. So it wasn't like nothing I had like, it's not like it was something like brand new and I was wide-eyed. Like, I've always played basketball, park, even when I was doing football, after school, the kids who parents don't get off till 5 and pick us up, we out there hooping every day in jeans, in slides, whatever it is. So we always played basketball. I didn't take a passion to it, I guess. I wasn't in love with it. But once football was taken, it was like, it's all it was. And I was like, yo, like, I love this game.
Make the best of it.
Yeah, you make the best of it. And
sure.
It's like, it's that not cute girl, like, you start talking to her, like, oh, I might really like this girl. Even though she's not the girl I picture, she's not a tall, blah, 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 this, but I fell in love with her. I can't control who I fall in love with.
For sure.
Yeah.
Once you get to Long Beach, who's on the team with you?
At Poly?
Yeah, at Poly.
So my sophomore year, I got on varsity, and it was like Ryan Anderson, who was ACC. He went to Boston College, ACC,
Boston College,
Rookie of the Year.
Nice.
Alexis Moore went to USC, 4.5 GPA. Rashawn Prince was on my team. But we just had a solid team. We had players who probably didn't go off to the next level and like make it as far as like that, but they're very good basketball players.
Y'all were a good team.
We were a great team.
We
were number one my sophomore year all throughout the season, like in the nation. I think we lost to Mater Dei, our semis in the state playoffs.
Stanley.
Yeah. Stanley was a freshman at the time.
He was young.
He was a freshman at the time.
That's when Mater Dei was nice.
Yeah, that's when it was nice. And they always been nice. Yeah. I hate Mater Dei to this day.
I know you do.
I hate him.
That's what I was about to talk. I was like, look, bro.
I hate Mater Dei.
Mater Dei is.
Yeah, I hate it.
It was Poly and Mater Dei.
That's
all
I
really
heard.
heard.
In every sport, though. Every sport. It's always going to be us.
That's all I heard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it had to be beef.
It was always beef. Because it was beef from our perspective. Because we didn't think we never thought they was better than us. They played by different rules, though. They're a private school, so they got private school rules. And my senior year, you know Cam Chapman?
Yeah, lefty.
Yeah. So junior year, Cam Chapman, he transferred there from Oregon. He moved, so it shouldn't be no.
Yeah.
That whole summer going into my senior, we whooped everybody ass. We beat Mater Dei ass, whooped their ass, whooped everybody ass. We made too much noise, and so Mater Dei they got a whole new 5 every year. They got 20 people on the bench.
Yeah.
They start complaining about Cam Chapman, why he transferred there. And so our head coach was his godfather. But they tried to like, and he was our AAU coach for ICP. But when Cam was playing, he wasn't the head coach. He was just on the bench. And so they tried to, he recruited him from AAU to go to his high school.
Y'all got a new 5. Why are you worried about that?
Y'all got one
player, Stanley.
Exactly.
They're the only one that stayed. Everybody else is switching.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that's always been the thing. Like we playing for the same championship, but we playing by different rules. So and that's always been our thing. Like we always feel like they constantly cheat. Just private school, you got money. Like if you look on it's crazy. CIF rules say you can have 15, 16 players. They had like 35. But it wasn't like they was hiding it.
Yeah.
They're clearly breaking the rules, like little things like that. Yeah. And none of them kids played. They probably paid to be on the team. But it's 16 right here, and there's 16 behind them. It's like, y'all complaining about a dude who came from a different state, who actually moved here, and like, y'all constantly break the rules in people's face. Like, we're cheating, we don't care. We're breaking the rules, we don't care. But there's never, so that's the only beef it's been. Other than that, I love a competitive be like Corona Centennial, same thing. I loved always playing against them in high school. Because it was just competitive, so I never like.
Which team was it that had the Hamilton?
St. John Bosco.
St. John Bosco.
Yeah, they was cold.
They came out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere, and now they just been.
Yeah,
they took off.
Football. Before it wasn't like a.
Yes,
I heard about Bosco because
yes.
it's in Bellflower, which is like it's literally go Long Beach, Lakewood, Bellflower. And Bellflower is a real small city, but I heard of Bosco, but I never heard of it. And I'm talking about. For me, it started with basketball. I started hearing, they got Anthony Janeway, they got the Hamilton brother, they got Tyler Dorsey. I'm like, these people going here. Like, he was at that school and that school.
Yes,
private school, though, they got different rules.
Yeah. Oh, so
they got different rules. They can just bring all them people in, no problem, no questions asked, without having to move and change address. And so, but they never beat us in basketball, so I wasn't worried about that. But even football, like now, even now in football, like they always top 2 in the States, number 1 in the state. Like,
so when you were in high school, what was it? Was Mater Dei, y'all, and who else?
Probably Corona Centennial. Yeah, they always, as far as like Southern California, they
Where
always.
did Parker go?
He went to. It's gonna kill me. I see the uniform. I just can't think of the name. Loyola, not Loyola, man. Loyola. That was private school too, though. Yeah, he went there with. Who else went there with him? Nah, probably anybody y'all would know.
Those still the top schools. All those schools still got like. They're still doing decent in LA now a little bit.
Public schools didn't survive this whole little...
That's what I was about to say. So talk about that, because I mean, obviously you went to public school for a little bit too, but like you went to private. I mean, you went to
public school.
Public school.
I went to private.
Private.
High school.
High school. So talk about like the difference from a public school athlete and then like a private school athlete. Because now all the top guys right now go straight to private school.
My son doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's it. Don't nobody go to public school anymore.
You said as far as athletes?
Yeah.
Like, as far as when I was in high school, like, them dudes was on the Vertimax. You can tell they had money, they worked out. They had that, they had that good technique. We had dudes like me just taking off right foot, right leg. So you always can tell who was like He was kind of pampered, like so you can tell, like he was he did the form was right all the time. Because before that, I didn't live to. I mean, kind of lived in college. I mean, high school, like a little bit. Like we had a little morning session in the preseason, but it wasn't nothing like. It was literally player's dad would be like, "Yo, do these exercises."
Yeah.
And it's like 40
I always
of us
thought
in
you
there.
were showing off.
With what? Oh,
You always jump off your
that's
bro.
natural. I promise it's natural.
I swear to God, as long as I've known Jordan and seen him play, he always jumps off his right
I don't know
foot.
why,
He'd go down the right lane.
Yeah.
I'm like, why the fuck is he doing? I'm like, I get it. You got bounce.
Right. You can do that. You can do that.
But that's crazy, bro. What's when did you start getting recruited? And how was that process for you?
It was dope for me just because like I had an older brother, Josh, who was the one right before me. And he was supposed to be a special one in our family. He was supposed to be, the one.
Mm-hmm.
And he tore his ACL his senior year. After that, a few more times. So the injury kept him behind. But so for me, it was like I've always in a way, I've always felt like I'm living the dream he was supposed to be living.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, I didn't take it for granted because growing up, I wasn't good at. I was just kind of taller than everybody else. I wasn't like, oh, you're gonna be special. But I heard people always say that, like even parents, like being in the stands with my mom, like, yo, Josh is he gonna be all right.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna make it. He gonna blah, blah, blah. In every sport, football, basketball, he could do whatever. He was an athlete.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was like, I'm doing the things. It's funny, in high school, I used to be like, yo, he gonna go to college. He gonna buy me, he gonna go to the league, he gonna be one and done, he gonna buy me a car.
Yeah.
All that shit. I used to always think that, like, I'm gonna be in high school, I'm gonna still have a car, like he gonna take care of me.
Yep.
And so when I got there, I kind of like took on that, not same, obviously I'm the youngest, so I ain't buying nobody else's car, but I was like, I gotta make it I gotta live up to his
expectations.
Other people expected that he was supposed to have.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I never took it for granted. So for me, it was like, I remember my first college, I'll never forget, I was with AJ Diggs, who's a basketball trainer for like Norman Powell, a bunch of people in the league. And we were working out in the summer and we were at El Puerto Loco. I'm in the car and I get a call from Santa Clara, my first offer. He's like, yo, we want to offer you an offer. And I was just like, what? I was like, yo, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I remember just screaming like, oh, like he left to get food. I'm just like, yo. Santa Clara, I'm not thinking like, I don't even know where Santa Clara is, but I'm like, I got an offer. Like, this always seemed like impossible. And so he get in the car and was like, yo, like, I got an offer, man. Like, blah, blah, blah. Next offer is USC. So I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
Get your ass out of here.
What you say, Cyrus?
No disrespect to them. Like, it's like, And I got my next offer from USC and I'm just like, yo, like, I'm all right. Then they just start kind of rolling in. And this is when I hit, like I said, I didn't play basketball in AAU, so nobody knew about me. I kind of came on the scene. I remember my first like big tournament was with I did my thing with Parker at Cal Spring, but like when I got to Compton matches, like Gabe York, he was the first, not first, but when it came to mixtapes, Gabe got one of the top 3 coldest mixtapes ever.
Played a clip. I remember.
So what? He tried to. It's funny. We played in high school a few times. He tried to jump over me one time, and this is right after the year we had first played together. But so I'm with Gabe, and like Gabe's getting all this attention everywhere we go. I'm like ball is life everywhere. You know. And I always watched it, but I never experienced it. And so I get there, and I'm just playing basketball. I'm just blocking shots. But I think one game I had like 22 block shots in one game, and it was that's all. That's one thing I always had. As just blocking shots.
22?
Like, 22, 23, something like, I know it was 20, 20 something. But I didn't even know. I remember we were playing a game.
IQ level of let's just not go at him.
Yeah.
Right. Just stop doing that shit.
It was AAU, so ain't no
They're like, hey.
So I played that game and it just blew up. So now I'm getting like offers just rolling in. And so I'm just doing like I said, just doing the same things, playing defense. How I play basketball today is I've always played the same way. I ain't never
for sure.
I'm not. I always say I'm lucky for that because you get to the league, some people don't know how to adjust to that.
Right.
And I'm lucky. I never had to just always play it the right way. Games say score, I'm gonna score. Games say make the extra pass, that's a good screen, whatever it might be. I'm always gonna do that. That's all.
For sure.
And I test that to my high school coach, my college coach. Like they didn't let me play the bad way. They didn't let anybody play the bad way. And so, just doing the same thing. And offers coming in, and I started getting feel kind of pressured by certain people to like commit. And I'm like, I think I was my junior year. I had like 40 some offers going into my junior year. And I'm just like, I want to take my time. Like everybody commit going into senior. Like, why would I rush it? And people are like, nah, you need to go ahead and make this commitment. And I'm like, you wearing the clothes from that school. I see why. Like, what you got going on? Yeah. And like, I started peeping. I'm just like, I remember it was 2 people for sure. I mean, definitely who just kept like, why don't you go ahead and give him a verbal? Why don't you go ahead and give him a verbal? I'm just like, I don't want to go there. I don't know if I ain't never been there.
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to go
sure.
there. And so, but I learned the hard way of that. When you wait too long, they sign somebody else.
Yeah. And they don't,
yeah.
you just don't
and
hear
you
from
just
them
don't know.
anymore.
Like they didn't tell me, oh, we're taking an offer away. So I'm still thinking I got the offer. And then like you stop seeing the letters come in, they stop calling you, like, and then you see this dude commit, you're like, well, I guess I ain't going there no more. And so, but it's crazy. I always wanted to go to Oregon for football. Like as a kid, like 5th grade, I remember at the state report in Oregon, I was like, yo, and I had to like, look into it. And I was like, oh, I like this college, University of Oregon. I started just, and
you like the uniform.
I was about to say, yes. You wanted to go for the gear.
You like the uniform. The gear was
maybe,
tough.
but I'm telling you, that state report I had to do in 5th grade really, or 4th grade, it really made me like, I always like remembered that state. Like I remember at the time, I could tell you like what the state flag looked like, I can tell you the bird, I can tell you, the tree, I can tell you all that time. So I like literally locked in on the state just off that project. And then like as I got older, I'm watching D'Anthony Thomas kill. I'm watching
it was a fun team to watch.
It was a fun team to watch.
And
so when I went on my visit, we watched Colorado, D'Anthony take it back to the house.
Yeah.
It's like 43-0 at halftime. Like, this is where I want to be just because of that right
For
there.
sure. Yeah,
just because I want to see that.
Yeah.
I did take another visit to where I go. Went to Auburn, and it was a good visit. I'm from the West Coast. I don't know if I can deal with the South. As far as if I don't know how to migrate through that.
No, for sure.
And like, I remember on my visit, I actually got called the N-word by this little kid.
Yeah,
little kid. I swear to God. I told certain people this story, but like I remember I don't know where I was by myself. I to this day don't know where I was by myself, but it was a football game going on. And I'm like in a parking lot area. I think we were like tailgating. For some reason, I'm like way behind everybody or whatever it might be. And it's these 3 kids, and they just look like the most countryest kids like you ever seen. Like, just like 2 of them got shirts on. No, for real, one of them got shoes on. I'm just like, what y'all like? I'm in the South.
Yeah.
I'm in Alabama for sure. And it's just probably kids being stupid, not understanding what they're saying. What you doing? And I was just like, huh? And it caught me off guard. I was
that's
like,
crazy.
I could have easily whooped their ass. And I was just like, nah, this it's the South. I didn't hear too many stories about this.
Yeah.
I don't like, I could do that. That ain't gonna do me no good. I remember going to the stadium and just sitting down like, I would never go here. Stayed there for a whole nother day, like thinking like, I'll never go to this school. Ever. I would never come to this school.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, like I was like, never. But after my visit to Oregon, I had committed in my head already. So honestly, I was going because my stepdad, Auburn, I wanted to show that they had recruited me so hard, so I wanted to give my respect and actually give them a chance. But my stepdad, he's a big football fan, so he wants to go there, see the statues. He wants to see the Bo statue and all that. So I really went there for him.
Yeah.
And I never told him this. I literally just went there like yo, like, respect to the coach, but like, I know how much you appreciate this. Like my step, he's the one who kicks like memorabilia. He has a bunch of Raiders. He's a big Raider fan, a bunch of Raiders helmets, Oakland A's, hats and stuff. And so I was like, I want to do this for you.
Yeah.
You're paying for flights. Let's do this. And so I ended up coming to Oregon. I actually didn't get to go to school after my senior year though, because NCAA said I cheated on the test. They had flagged my test, I guess I should say.
Really?
Yeah, they flagged my ACT test, and so I couldn't go to school. I had to do a whole process, take the test again. But that was like, I think I took it in like October. They didn't clearinghouse and clear it till like December. Just half the season almost gone, and so they were like, you can come up here. You might lose a year. You're probably not going to play too much just because it's hard trying to just throw you in the mix. I had a good team, so it's like you're not trying to mess anything up. They was like, or maybe 3 options. That was one. Second was go to junior college. I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yes.
Because just the at the time, the like stereotype that came with that, I just didn't want that on me personally. Right. So I was just like, I don't want to be known as a dog. To me, I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. But I was like, I don't want to go there. People think I'm a dummy. And like Long Beach, we're big for like great talent. As much talent we put out, we still have so much who just didn't make it to that next step to get to the final. So it was like, I don't want to be one of those. So I was like, I'm not doing that. What's the next option? He's like, you can move to Arizona. There's a player who come here next year, Theo Pinson, his family said they'd take care of you.
Yeah.
I'm there. Like, I was tired of being home because like I said, I was there, graduated in June. I'm there till I didn't leave till January. So all that time while I'm there, and at the time, you're not, as a kid, an 18-year-old, you're not thinking about the future. You're just thinking about the now. Even today, I feel like everybody, you're thinking about the now. You're not thinking about the big picture. So I'm going to 24 every day. I'm still playing basketball, still trying to, be ready whenever I can leave. And every day I constantly, I'm like, yo, when you leaving? When you going to school?
You get tired of that
and
shit.
I don't know, because I'm waiting for the clearinghouse. My coaches is telling me like, yo, it should be this long. They just giving me, estimates. They're not telling me for sure. They're like, yo, it might take a week, month, blah, blah, blah. Oh, then something changed. So every time he tells me something, like, yo, it'll be a week. I'll be there in a week. Y'all won't see me in a week. Next week come, oh, you still here? Something happened. It's probably be another week. Next week, it's like, yo. So I just got tired. It got to the point, I literally switched my schedule. So I was up when everybody else was asleep. Like I woke up my mom would leave work at like 7. That's when I was going to sleep. When she got home, I was waking up. So I was literally, I didn't want to see nobody. I didn't want to see anybody.
That's
I was
tough.
tired of that. And luckily, like 24, we had a gym in Los Al. And for some reason, everybody hooped that night, like super, super late, from like 10 p.m. to like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I was there every day. Y'all was there. Even if sometimes they wouldn't show, I was still in there every day. That's all I had to do. I would literally wake up, sit there all day, not do nothing, because everybody else sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait for the hoops, like 6 a.m. 6 p.m. waking up, wait a couple hours, 4 hours, try to maybe eat. And then I go hoop, stay there as long as I can, just because it ain't nothing else to do when I get home. It's 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So I'm doing that literally from probably end of September all the way till January till I leave. So I'm literally nocturnal at this point. So I'm not seeing nobody. I'm not even seeing my mom, and we live in the same house. I'm seeing her, like, she work, like sometimes I'm sleeping, she's walking up, so I'm like, hi mom, have a good day. And I'm going to sleep. She coming home. She tired, so she going to her room. She going to her room because she tired. She's had a long day of work. And so that was literally my schedule. So I moved to Arizona in January, and I loved it though, because I got to just lock in on basketball with none of that. It wasn't no questions. Fresh start. Nobody, like, people knew me just because of highlights at the stuff. So like kids and stuff coming to me, but I wasn't like, I didn't go to high school with none of y'all. I don't have a relationship with y'all. And so it was crazy though, because they had this thing called the Power Academy at the time. And Casey's dad I think he co-owned it. And so every day they had workouts for kids from ages like 6 to like high school. But I got there in January, so none of the high school kids are coming because they're in season.
Yeah.
So every day I'm there from 6-year-olds all the way to like 14-year-olds. And they do 2 sessions. First session's an hour, but I would always get there and lift with the 2 trainers, Jeff and Sundance. And so I would lift with them. They some crazy dude, like in a good way. So his name is Sundance. Like, so we would do like some crazy workouts. They'd be in there, get me ready. They, I loved being that, because they taught me, like, what being a man is, kind of, in a way. Like, have to be on your own. You have to do this every day. Tired, so what? You have to show up for work. So I got on that schedule. I would lift with them, do the first session with the kids, and we literally, we doing kids workouts.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to incorporate my stuff, trying to make it harder for myself, but we're doing that. And it's like 50 kids each section. So it's like, I'm waiting in line. It's 12, 8-year-olds in front of me. I got to wait for them to go. And now I get my 1 rep. Every day, every single day, from Monday to Friday anyway. I'll also go to this other place and do like plyometric training. So it was like lifting, but it was also like, they would flexibility stuff, ab control. It was like more of like because the guy, like I said, they was just we were just ripping it. Circuits every day, just chest, arms, we were just doing that. So this is more of like a control, and like these people kind of, like, I would say more so it was their profession. So it was like that. So I would do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But every day I was in the gym with them. And yeah, so I was like, I'm in there every day. First session, I get my break.
So you did this
from January until I went to Oregon. I went home, actually, I went home from January probably to like middle of June. Or I'm sorry, beginning of June.
And then you go to Oregon.
And then I went to Oregon. So I went home for a little bit, see my family and stuff before I leave. And then I go to Oregon.
That's crazy. I think that shows a lot about like your character, hard work, and discipline.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like,
I love that, because it made me have to be disciplined.
Exactly.
You by yourself. I'm in my apartment. I've always been like a mama's boy, as far as like, not like, I guess the stereotypes come with it, but like, if she was in the kitchen as a kid, I was in the kitchen. Like to this day, I can make every dish she can make, I can make, just from being there with her. She was getting her hair done, I was in the salon just chilling with her. Everything she did, Aaron was always with her. So luckily, like I said, when I had to live by myself, I knew how to cook for myself. I knew I can't go in the grocery store and just buy junk food. I got to buy meals that I have leftovers for 2 days, whatever it might be. I start having a portion.
Real life
stuff. And my mom wouldn't send me no money. I didn't have no money. I didn't have no job. So I don't know if it's illegal or not. Like NCAA rules, but Casey's dad used to he'd give me $50 here and there, just food. Like, here you go. Because I didn't need nothing else. I don't need nothing else. But he would always make sure I'm good. And to this day, I love him, Casey and his dad, because they really took me in without knowing them. We just happened to be going to the same school the next year, but they took me in, took care of me. His mom was one of her women too. But that right there, when I went to Oregon, that was easy. I wasn't like, I finally on my own. It was like
I want to give you your flowers, bro.
Man,
appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you. The fact that you self-observant of, okay, how am I going to continue to get my work in?
Yeah.
How am I going to continue to get better? How am I going to take myself? Because in all honesty, I feel exactly what you're saying. Sometimes you just don't want to hear that shit.
I don't want to hear it, man.
Like, bro, even to this day, like when we hear free agency, what you about to do?
What to do? I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I promise you, if it was my choice, I would be on the team. I promise you, I would be.
I would tell you, I'm playing with the damn Warriors. Yeah. I'm playing with the Suns. I don't know, bro. I wish I could tell you.
Yeah.
But, bro, you deserve flowers for that.
Appreciate
Just
you,
to
bro.
being self-observant and, like, I don't know if I could do that.
Bro, he said he was in the gym with 8-year-olds.
From 8 to 14 years
8 to 14.
But that's not, bro, the fact that he's at nighttime when we're sleeping.
Yeah.
He in the gym. Because that's the time, like, all right, I'm going to get my work in somehow.
Yeah, somehow, some way. I wasn't going to do nothing.
I'm not
I ain't
gonna
never
do
been,
nothing.
to this day, I can't just.
And I can tell. And I can
can't
tell.
just sit
Like,
down and
you're a
do
guy,
nothing.
you just want to work
I
out.
gotta
You
work.
want
I
to, you
gotta do
got to get my
something.
work in.
Got to.
You got to get my work.
Yeah.
And I respect that, bro. That's big time.
Where do you think that come from?
My mom. I always say my mom. Like,
Shout out to my dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dude, for sure.
She just retired Friday.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Congrats,
congrats.
Moms.
Yeah.
Congrats.
30
Congrats.
plus year at her job. And
Announce
she
it
just,
on the pod,
Yeah,
man. Need you on Ryan
Shout out
Ray.
Carolyn Gray, Niecy.
Shout out to my dudes.
But yeah, just watching her, like she did it by herself, five kids by herself. I ain't never complained. I ain't never seen her. I seen her cry one time, and that was when I bought her a car. I had never seen my mom tired. I ain't never seen her. She came in smiling in the face. Laker game on when she running around the house. Like, you know. And if you know my mom, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She's such a wonderful. Like she doesn't show that. She doesn't show she's weak. She doesn't show she's tired. She. So I'm like, you know, who am I? How dare I ever do that?
Yeah.
How dare I? Like,
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that's definitely like I just seeing. Like I said, I was always with her, so I was always moving with her. So I seen how she moved. She'll, come home from work tired. She always saved me her little leftovers from lunch. I eat that, and then where we going? We're gonna go to the store. Okay, we're going to Walmart. And so
big time.
Yeah, and so that's all I know. So I don't know anything else. I don't know how to just sit down and like do nothing. Hopefully she learned how to sit down and do nothing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And that's gonna be adjustment.
Yeah.
That's gonna be adjustment.
I was just at lunch with her today with my son. I was like, yo, what you gonna do now? Like, you never had a break. Yeah. And I was like, just hearing it from like basketball players, like, them trying to transition and like even dudes who probably don't have to work, they have to find something to do. And it's like people who
you can tell in art right now, me and you, all of us, we just sit here like, all right, we can't put all our eggs in this basket.
They can't.
That ball gonna stop.
At some point, man.
At some point, that ball gonna stop bouncing. And you got to really figure that thing out. And I think we'll get that's another conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it.
Yeah, let's get to it.
He's doing something very special right now. We're gonna get to it.
We ain't got no time limit, do we?
Huh?
We ain't got no time limit, do we?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. I hope I ain't
It's our shit.
Yeah.
But nah, bro, I think that's big time. I mean, just like I said, this already started off great. We ain't never heard this.
Nah,
we ain't never heard it. And I'm just sitting here listening like, damn, bro, like I can't imagine. And shout out to the Benson family. Yeah, I said it right?
Yeah, Benson.
Shout out to the Benson family just because they didn't have to do that.
They didn't have to. They didn't know me. Never met me before. I only knew him because he had committed to Oregon. So Casey Benson. Remember, we was I think he was like 3-time, 4-time, 3-time at the time, Gatorade Player of the Year in Arizona. So I knew of him. Yeah. But I never met him. Didn't really know what he looked like either, like as far as how tall he was.
The whole
like
freshman year, you're just waiting.
Well, I'm not even a freshman. I'm not
even
enrolled.
Even freshman.
Yeah,
so they didn't count the year at all.
They didn't count it. Yeah, they didn't count it. I never enrolled. I moved to Arizona. Didn't take no classes. They was just because I didn't need nothing. I didn't need like classes to get in. So I'm just every day just doing that. Monday through Friday. Now on weekends I enjoy myself.
For sure.
Yeah, as you should have. I had 2 friends, and it wasn't like I didn't smoke, I didn't drink. I got away from
Yeah.
I got my break.
Gotta have it.
And so I had 2 friends, man, and like honestly, they are really. I never had a day was like, I'm tired of this because of them. Because I knew every weekend I could see my boys, and it was Lamar and Marcus who went to ASU. And we graduated high school, so they were freshmen at the time at ASU. And every weekend I'm up there. I spent the night. I didn't go home. I got away from there. And we didn't do nothing. We just literally just play basketball, at the rec, chill, ate, went to some parties every now and then. But they kept me, they gave me, my whole thing was like, I'm missing a college experience, man. Like, you seeing all these people go to college posting like parties and girls and, beer pong. Like, I always want to play beer pong.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
And I'm missing all this. And because of them, I got to kind of
experience it a
little bit, only on weekends. And, it was like, they weren't student athletes. So they weren't like at every party. They were, these dudes are for sure, like they're here. That's how they got there. But I definitely got to like taste it a little bit, like, okay. Like,
and
that's what I'm
and to think about it too,
to get ready for.
Yeah, and to think about it too is like, even being friends with AJ, like not an athlete, you know what I'm saying? Like, no offense.
I was an athlete. I was an athlete. I was.
But now it's just like, you got to have people like that.
You got to, you got to.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, they tick differently.
Totally different.
They're like, we have a lot of free time.
A lot of free time.
A lot of free time. But their free time, they working.
They working all
you know
the
what
time.
I'm saying?
Yeah, all the time.
You looking at them like, okay, maybe I should go work.
Go do something.
You know what I'm saying? Do something productive.
Productive for sure.
And I think having those type of people around you you don't realize it till you see later on down the line. Like, damn, I really needed that.
I needed that
to get away from the bullshit, pretty much.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So that's huge. So you get to Oregon.
Yeah, finally get there.
You finally get to Oregon. Yeah. What's your welcome to college moment?
It was like probably been there a week, 2 weeks, and I remember at the time they had just had this thing where Oregon, like a bunch of kids got kicked off. So I get there, it's like 8 of us.
Damn.
Yeah, we got to ask people from the NAIA school up the street so we can play fives. And I remember one time I've been there for a week, and I've been working out with these kids. I ain't been playing basketball with I've done pickup. I'm going to every park, every thing around, but I'm not playing control. I'm playing with some dudes who don't play basketball no more. Yeah. So when I get there, my condition is terrible.
Yeah.
And so first 2 weeks, I just look bad just because conditioning. Like, I'm playing hard, but conditioning control everything. You can't breathe. You tired. You can't. Your shot don't work. You can't jump. You can't. None of that. So I get there, and first 2 weeks, I was just like bad, just purely off that. And my moment was they was picking teams, man. They picked the 2 NAI dudes over me, and it pissed me to this. I'll never forget. They picked them over me.
Dang.
And I remember that day I was like, oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Say less.
For sure. I started running by myself. I had started getting into, like, I didn't know I knew what an ice bath was, but I didn't know some people did every day. I'm doing that every day. Like, in the morning, like, I'm super tight. I'm getting an hour early to make sure I'm in a hot tub. Ain't gonna be no excuse for me not killing these dudes. Like, I'm not that.
We're not playing no more games.
I ain't playing like, y'all ain't who I thought I was. And so I'll just take it up another gear as far as like, like I said, getting practice early so I can get in the hot tub so I can get warm, stretching, getting in the cold tub so my body feel good, getting in the gym or just running by myself, practice. And they think, oh, it's just because coach said, nah, I'm just because I need this.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing it. And weeks after that, like, I wouldn't pick last for sure no more.
Yeah.
That
shit won't happen no more.
That shit ain't happening no more. And so we get there freshman year, and we weren't supposed to be good because I think we had 3 returners: Joe Young, Elgin Cook, and Jalil. And we had a bunch of freshmen coming in. Yep. I think we had Dwayne Benjamin as a transfer. And I think that was it at the time. And so we have us finishing like 10th in the Pac-12, and we kill. We do our thing. We couldn't mess with Arizona that year, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
Who was on that team?
Stanley's freshman year. Stanley, Rondé, Tarzewski, TJ.
That was nice.
That was cold.
They went to Elite 8.
Yeah. It was cold. We wasn't touching. They beat us all 3 times. But nobody else can mess with us. Yeah. Ain't nobody else. Like,
y'all played in Pac-12 championship?
Yeah, every year. I ain't never not played in Pac-12 champ. So every year we lost that year.
Shut the hell
up. but yeah, that year we lose to them in Pac-12. But like, it was a great year for freshmen. We were like, we weren't supposed to do this anyway. We knew coming in the next year, like, Dylan was coming into his own. I was coming to my own. Casey, we were all finding, freshmen were finding our groove. And then we had Tyler Dorsey coming in. We had Chris Boucher coming in. So we had some dudes coming in too. So our sophomore year, it's like
reinforcement.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, all right, we're already good with the guys we have. Now we actually have like a great shot blocker and 3-point shooter and defender in Chris Boucher. We have a great scorer and shooter in Tyler Dorsey. And so now it's like we're starting to click. And so our sophomore year, we do pretty well. We make it to the Sweet 16. But then we ran into Buddy Hield, and it was just, And after that year, it was a city Hield.
There was nothing you could do. There was only one team that can beat him. That was nobody.
I think he had 40 against us. His last.
Where'd y'all play that game at?
It was in Anaheim. So we played Duke first.
Yes.
I think Brandon Ingram was there. Grayson Allen was there. Luke Kennard was there. And so we played them. I think they're sophomores at the time. They won the year before. So we played them. We beat the reigning national champ. Beat them. They said we ran into Buddy. Kobe was in the stand. We didn't have a chance.
It was not shooting.
Everybody got a piece of him too. Everybody got to like.
Bro, he was shooting at unbelievable.
His clip was crazy.
It was crazy. It was cool seeing though. Like I'm a big fan of basketball, so even though you lose, when you come back, you're like, oh man, I was dope. Like, I feel like this motherfucker ain't missing.
Not missing.
He ain't missing. Like,
and then it was a trickle effect. Everybody start hitting shots. I'm like, wait a minute, you're not even a shoulder, bro.
It was one of them games. Like he had 40, and it was like, other guys getting so wide open shots because we trying to figure out Buddy. It's like they making shots, we ain't got a chance. When the center, I always say when the center start making mid-range shots, shoot them. It's a game. You've been in them games. Like you don't make that shot. He making this like one of them games
for sure.
So we make
junior year though.
Yeah. So that year, going into our junior year, everybody coming back. Peyton Pritchard come as a freshman. He comes on the team. I'm sorry, yeah. So we get Peyton on the team now, who's amazing point guard. He
played up a lot. Like he always played against pros.
Always. Peyton just got. I always say Peyton got. He one of the dudes who got. But if you just being around him and his father and his mother and like seeing he work. He one of them dudes who just work. He in the gym. I walk in the gym
all
Peyton,
the time, bro.
I'm like Peyton works. So it ain't an accident what happened to Peyton. But we get Peyton that year. So now he's a freshman, but he helped us out tremendously that year. So we all having a great year. I believe we won a Pac-12 sophomore year too, but junior year we won a Pac-12 or we tie, I guess, to a team we beat by 30. But so we win a Pac-12 and we go to championship and we lose to us Arizona. But Chris Boucher tore his ACL the game before. So now we're going into that with a whole different, like, just mentally. It ain't like we got to, like, Chris came off the bench and he provided what he did, but it's just a mental game. Your brother's down and the spirit is just down. It's just like, it's one of them things like, man. So we played pretty good. We end up losing. But then we go into the tournament and we just all like, yo.
You think that loss helped you? The tournament run?
You mean like Arizona? Not Chris. You talking about losing Arizona?
Yes.
Nah, because we was locked in the whole year.
Got you.
Even our sophomore year, like I said, that was the same team. Wasn't no changes.
No offense to Chris. Like Chris.
I'm
saying
for sure.
Y'all be like, all right, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, that definitely helped. That gave us because I said that was the day before, so it was too new.
Once it set in,
it's like we're going here, y'all. Like, what are we gonna do? We ain't got Chris. We know this now. People need to step up. We don't need somebody to do a bunch. We just need everybody to do a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And so we go into that definitely with a positive thing now. Like now we always had a good team. Like now we got to do it for our brother who's down. This is last year. He is senior. Like we gonna end this year the right way. And like we knew a bunch of people was leaving. Like as far as like trying to go, like Tyler. We knew Tyler was going to the league. I knew Dylan because they tried the year before. I was like, you ain't staying another year. So I knew they was leaving. I honestly didn't think I was leaving. I made a promise to my auntie that I would finish college and get my degree. So my mind says, I'm just thinking, just this season. I'm not thinking about, I'm coming back. And so, but I knew everybody else was leaving. So I was like, you think I'll be the same team? So we all kind of, it's funny, before the first game of the tournament, we was all players. We was in a room. And I don't think we had ever all been in a room just chilling, like watching TV. We all been in a room just like chilling. We all just watching, I think we were watching a tournament game. It's just players. And I remember asking, it was like, because like the tournament was starting, I'm like, yo, like, who all coming back next year?
Hey, let's just put it on the table.
Let's put it on the table. I was like, I just want to know, man, because like, if this is the last time, I want to appreciate. I want to, get there and be like, oh, I didn't get a farewell tour with y'all. If I want to know, and I lied at times. I was like, I'm leaving. just to break the, I was like, y'all,
To break the ice.
just break the ice. I'm like, because somebody always got to be the one, eating for this piece of chicken. Everybody got to, And so I was like, I'm going. Lying though, I'm going. And then Tyler and Dylan put their hands up.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
no
cool.
Tyler. Hey, I don't know why Tyler acted like that. Everybody know Tyler, you out.
He was out.
And so I'm like, okay, cool. Like, it's going to mean that much more to us.
Mm.
And so we had Dylan Ennis, who was a senior, who was leaving. Chris Boucher was leaving. So like I said, it was like, for me, I was like one of those, like, I need to know this is my last time with y'all. Because them dudes, to this day, I'm cool with everybody. I don't got no, like, we all live our own lives, but I always make sure I kind of check in a little bit. I always make sure I'm watching everybody's live and know what's going on. If I see, you might not, how you doing, bro? You good, bro? I'm just checking on you, blah, blah, maybe it might be.
Y'all had a run, bro.
Yeah, and we went through that. We went through that. We started a tournament, man. Everything was just clicking. Everything was just clicking. Bro, nobody was doing nothing different, though. It ain't like nobody was, Tyler Benn making them shots. He just making a lot more. He's just shooting at a higher clip. I mean, I was blocking shots, but I wasn't rebounding. Like, I was doing it. I wasn't doing it as much, but it's like, somebody, I got Chris averaged 2-3 blocks like me. Yeah. I got to get them extra too.
Exactly.
And so we just doing a little thing. And it's nobody's, like I said, we all in our role, but we all just thrive in our role. We're playing for each other. Yeah, you could tell it was a different feel. But then we go into Kansas. We play Kansas. And
that game was crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought we was gonna lose. Not like I think we're gonna lose. Just like, man, we in Kansas playing Kansas. Like
Kansas City.
You just feel it. Everybody, it ain't like I think it's just a feel. You can just see, like.
I mean, I thought
everybody in the world thought we was gonna lose.
Like, if they beat them.
Yeah, everybody in the world thought we was gonna lose.
Because at that point, we was like, okay, we were the last team to make it. So we was like, oh shit, if we win, we gotta play Kansas.
Yeah.
Right. That's Coach Williams playing Kansas again.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Right.
Yeah, like I was saying we were gonna lose, but it was like, it's gonna be.
No, for sure.
They definitely, the odds say they got the minus 300 in their favor. And so we was going to the game, like, yo, we just gonna play this game. And everything just, Tyler was making shots. I was blocking shots. And luckily, I always say they
was balling, bro. They was balling.
Yeah, I was scoring, man. I got a couple legs, got a dunk here and there. I was just controlling the whole, this side of the.
You control the defense.
I controlled the whole, and they
couldn't do nothing.
Nothing. And I knew it when, who was it? I think I had a chase down block on their big. I think I turned it over. They pick it up, throw it to the big. I'm a high horse. I'm about to chase it down. And I block it, which is like, that's normal to me. But then they get the ball back. I can't think if it was Frank or Josh. One of them, they get the ball back. And I do this. And they airball a layup. And I was like, game over. Game over. I was like, game over.
I'm here.
I'm here. Yeah. I was like, I'm here. Ain't nothing. If I know you scared, my job is already done.
I just need you tentative.
I just need, that's all I need. I need you thinking about me being in this paint now. And so once that happened, I was like, yeah, game over. Like, we got this. As long as I keep controlling this side, and Dylan and Tyler and Casey and all them, Peyton, like, make shots, we good. And so we win that game, and I was just euphoric, man. And then we run into y'all. But you know what's crazy? I always say,
running into them boys.
Yeah. I already grew up a North Carolina fan, so it was like,
Shit.
Yeah, I already grew up a North Carolina
what
fan.
can I say?
I hated Duke, personally.
What can I say?
So, so I was excited to play y'all, though. It was like, I want to play the school I want to go to who didn't recruit me. It was like one of them games for me. And so I ain't making no excuses, but I always say what hurt us is the fact that y'all went there the year before. That damn media day killed us. That shit killed us. They had us running around.
Everything. That's a very
and we're excited. We like, yeah. And that I was like, I guarantee they didn't do as much as us, and they knew to just chill. We excited. Like,
yeah.
We damn near did 2 full workouts just to meet it, just from energy.
I'm shock you with this.
Y'all didn't do it, did y'all?
We did everything.
Oh, y'all did everything?
Bro, you would have thought that was our first time being there.
Really?
I did not me personally.
Yeah.
I made sure everybody enjoyed the moment.
Okay, yeah.
Like, you know what you need to do when the lights come on.
You know
what I'm saying? Like, you know what type of intensity, you know what type of mindset goes into it. Because real talk, the Final Four is the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, right, for sure.
Everybody gonna play hard.
All right, yeah, for sure.
How are you gonna be in that last 5 and then that TV timeout after 3 minutes? Who gonna win the game there?
Right.
And that's what it comes down to. But bro, we thoroughly and that's what I was literally gonna ask you that. How did y'all handle the Final Four experience?
It was new. Everybody was
like,
enjoying
did y'all have a good time?
it's not like we went out or,
No. I'm saying like,
we enjoyed.
We had the little festivities.
Yeah, we went to all that. We enjoyed it. So and I remember being out there like, yo, I'm dead tired.
Oh yeah.
Like after that media thing, we did it was like 3 hours. It's tiring as shit. And then we got to go out there and practice. And this it's supposed to be a shoot around. Like get some shots, get your legs going.
Open
we
practice.
over there windmilling because people there, cameras there. We over here. People who don't usually dunk is dunking. I'm like, yo, like, and at the time, it's like, it's fun. We here. Let's have fun. I remember the next day, everybody just looked drained.
Yeah.
Like dude's leg.
I
even
would
in
say
shooting,
open practice, we didn't do that much.
Yeah. We was going all out.
Because you practice, you'd have your real practice, and then open practice, like, you're doing layup lines and shit. And
this stuff for the camera.
Then you start doing dunk.
Yeah.
But the only people dunking were people who could dunk.
Right.
Everybody was dunking.
He's like, all right, y'all know we just want to see us and do a couple shots. That might have been a difference.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Y'all got us for sure. It was a close game anyway, but I feel like that's why like dudes didn't shoot it as well that game. We didn't shoot it great.
I didn't shoot it great.
We didn't, and I don't know how. Like when I look back and look at the stat sheet, I was like, yo, like he was 2 for like 16. He was 3 for 16. Like damn, like that's a lot of shots. That we just make a couple of those, we win this game easily.
And then the guy that was cooking for y'all was
Dylan Ennis.
He wasn't cooking all tournament.
It was Dylan.
He was baking.
Yeah, Dylan embraced that moment, but he was older. Dylan went to Villanova, so he had that.
He'd been through all that before.
Already. So that wasn't new to Dylan. He played it like he lived up to that moment. He didn't live in that moment.
No offense to Peyton. It was a lot for Peyton in that situation.
No, for sure.
It was a lot. Even
the game before. No, Kansas.
Yeah.
I told the coach like, yo, get him.
Yeah.
Because it was a shot he normally shoot. He didn't shoot it. And I was like, yo, get him. I was like, it's too much for him right now. Put Casey back in.
Yeah.
Like, even at the time Peyton was our starter, I was like, I seen it. And I was like, yo, this is too much for Peyton.
Yes.
I was like, it's too much. Kansas and I seen it. I was like, nah, get Peyton. It was like the last 4 minutes. I was like, yo, coach, get him. He's not, it's too much for him right now.
And that's experience, and I don't want to speak for him, but in my eyes, I feel like that prevailed him to be a
for
player.
sure, 100%.
Because he's like, I'm never doing that shit.
Ever.
Facts. But that's an interesting perspective though, because I think like from my job right now, like we just got done doing the Mount Bird and Link game. And we did the game during the in-season tournament, the championship, right, in Vegas. And when I tell you what they did for these high school teams before the game, like you would have thought they was NBA guys. Like media and like activations and everything that they had to commit to.
Man, we just threw the ball out and hoop, man.
And then they wanted them to go and play a game.
Yeah.
And then the run from the locker room to the court.
Yeah.
And Final Four
was long, man.
2 miles. I'm like, dog, damn, bro.
Yeah.
I'm tired as hell. Bro, it was crazy.
But I'm glad that y'all brought that to attention, right? Because I think obviously y'all are athletes, right? I'm on the other side of it, right? So I'm on the side to where like
it's a lot.
I'm telling like I'm fighting for like, yo, we need y'all to do this. We need y'all because that's where the money comes from.
No, I understand
but
it though.
At the same time, I got friends that's in the league. You know what I mean? That's like, oh damn, I don't really want to go to All-Star because I got to do all this. I don't really want to do all that.
For sure.
So it's a vice versa. So it's like, the brands and all those people need to know, like athletes really like want to do some of it, but not everything.
I would say most of it we probably
you know
don't
what I
want
mean?
to do.
So I'm glad y'all brought it to attention.
No, it's big. It's crazy.
It's getting worse now. It ain't getting better.
It's getting worse.
They doing it in high
It's
school.
definitely
I see
getting
AAU teams doing media day.
Bro.
Huh? We just had picture day. We took pictures and that was it. And they got the whole thing going around, the little spin cam. They got. I was like, what? Yeah, like what?
He get media.
Got a whole highlight tape.
Everybody got highlights. I hate how I don't watch highlights no more. It's so hard to, man.
Gotta bring it up.
Yeah.
Gotta play the clip.
Yeah.
My man Jay Bell missed 2 box
Two of them, man. 2 of them.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. First of all, the wildest minute I have ever experienced in my life. I go down, I miss a shot. They get the board. We up 3. I'm like, oh shit. First of all, why did I have the ball?
Yeah.
Then they go down. I'm like, okay, we can't give up no 3. We cover the 3-point line. Next thing you know, they throw it. Who was number 11?
Keith Smith. He was a freshman.
He didn't even play.
Yeah.
Whole damn game. He wide open. Catch the ball, scored. I'm like, okay. We go down. Kenny gets the ball, they foul him. Jordan did not think I was going to crash.
No, at all.
At
all.
Zero idea.
Zero.
If you look at the clip,
I'm like, Theo ain't going.
I'm acting like, I'm like, and they leave me by myself because they have the big or whatever on the other side. And I'm like, I'm going to walk up. I'm going to walk this way to act like I'm not going. And Carolina was known for this with Coach Williams. We always do tip outs. And as soon as that ball went up and I walked away, Jordan did not touch me.
I didn't touch him at all, bro.
Did not touch me.
At all.
And I just tipped that shit out. And I was like, oh, shit, he did not box me out. I thought I saved the game. Gave it to Joel, our best free throw shooter.
Yeah.
Fucking Joel misses both.
And I'm thinking Joel about to make both.
I'm thinking he about to make both.
I'm like, you lost
he
the
missed
game.
The first
I'm not even in. I'm not even thinking box out now. I'm thinking, I think I lost the game already. I'm thinking game over. I'm like, damn, JB,
Sick.
like, sick as hell. Like,
Sick. Then Joel missed the second one.
Yeah.
First of all, Kennedy big as hell.
Big as hell.
He put, bro.
Well, push it. Start moving.
He boxed out that time.
For sure.
He just couldn't move.
Yeah.
And Kennedy got that ball, bro. And he threw the ball out to me, and I ran
Dribble,
around.
I remember. I'll never forget that.
And
man.
I was like,
I'll never forget that.
I got the ball, just start sprinting away. And I was like, we just won a game off 2 offensive rebounds. And I was like, I know Jordan mad at me.
When it happened, though, I was so numb. I was like, it didn't hit me. The game was over.
Yeah.
It was like it's one of them. Like I thought I had I thought I had another swing. I thought it was 2 pitches. No, that was 3. I was like, I remember Tyler Dorsey looking at me like,
oh yeah,
and I just went numb. Like
you could tell it after looking back at it. You didn't really move.
No, at all. I was just like
he just stood there.
I was
and just
numb. I
started
remember
walking.
just being numb. Like
what the?
Like, do I go shake hands? Like I remember thinking like I just lost the game on a big stage. Like off a rebound. Yeah. 2 rebounds. And it's all my fault. It ain't like I can be like, oh, nobody.
And we all talked about it after the game.
Yeah.
If y'all got the ball, it was only down 1.
We would have won for sure. I believe to this day we would have won.
They probably would have got a bucket.
Tyler would have went down there and got a bucket for sure.
Somehow, some way.
100%.
It was crazy,
100%.
bro. It was a wild experience. Shout out to Prize Picks, the presenting partner of Run Your Race, the daily fantasy sports game.
Head over to prizepicks.com or the app. PrizePicks makes it super easy, and it takes less than 60 seconds to make your entry.
As AJ said, it's very easy. You pick between 2 to 6 players. It's a skill-based fantasy game. You don't play against anyone. You're playing against the Prize Picks projections. It's simple. It's either more or less. Prize Picks is the only daily fantasy sports game that has injury insurance.
With Prize Picks injury insurance, if one of your players get injured, your entry still stays in play. You can make up to 25 times your money this football season. Y'all know me. I'm rocking with my Dallas Cowboys all year.
And you already know we locked in on an NFL season. But Prize Picks also offers college football and many other sports. But Prize Picks also is matching your first $100 deposit. So if you put in $100, they match $100. But if you put in $20, they match $20.
Go to prizepicks.com/race and use code RACE for your first deposit. Match up to $100.
What was life for you after that? I mean, just deciding to go. What went into that?
Just that tournament run I had.
Yeah.
I was just every game, every time I and my mom was sending me. I'm not really we watch the film, not watching game, but they put my number. Oh, J Bell's doing this many rebounds. So, and I remember one thing I saw and it was like. I was like, this gonna help me get drafted higher than I was supposed to. But it was, I think I still got the picture. I don't know where it's at, but it was like a stat of like players who average like over 14 or 12 rebounds in the NCAA tournament. And it was like Blake Griffin, number 1 pick. Who else is up there? The Admiral, number 1 pick. Kareem, number 1 pick. And I was like, well, shit. That's the last.
That should be the number 1 pick.
I was like, shit, it add up to me. And so, like I said, even the dudes just leaving and like, I don't know, I just, the players we had coming in, I was just like, this it's not going to help me stay in longer.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I did what I could in college. Because of me, I'm like, I did 4 years.
Yeah.
One of them, I was in Arizona. That's not my fault.
Mm-hmm.
But I gave y'all the time I said I would give them. And so, and I just felt like I was good enough to play. I finally felt like I was good enough to play in the NBA. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do in the NBA. I don't know how it's going to go, but I know I can make a team. I know I can affect the team. Because like what I do, I ain't got to depend on making shots.
Mm-hmm.
Can't nobody stop me from playing defense. Can't nobody stop me from blocking shots, rebounding, And so I was just like, it's time to go. After that game, I was in a hotel room with my girlfriend, my 2 friends, and my high school coach. And at that time, I was looking at my phone because I'm getting all the stupid after the game, kill yourself, all that stuff. Like,
normal shit.
Normal shit, exactly.
Yeah.
No, and I'm just like, and it's funny, I posted a picture before the game. And it was like gratitude to myself. And it was like a picture of me as a kid, holding a basketball, like never knowing I'm going to be a basketball player. And it was like, And I think it was a high school picture next to it. And it was like, who knew this kid would be here today? And they just commented on that picture like, kid so anywhere, you know, all this.
That's crazy.
I was talking, it was thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands. Oregon fans, probably North Carolina. Idiot. We like, you know, all just killing me.
Yeah.
And I remember just being on that bed, just depressed. And I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. I was like, when I made my mind. I was doing, I remember I handed my phone. I think my friend, they was just the leading comment. Like, I was like, yo, like, I ain't tripping, bro. Like, leave it. I want to see that. I might want to see it one day.
Yeah.
And so they just leave. I was like, man, yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm out of my high school. He was like, you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm for sure. I was like, I gave Oregon my all. I would hate to lead this way, but I just don't see nothing.
There's nothing more you can give.
It's nothing more I can give. Like, you know, I feel like I did it all. And so, yeah, I made my decision to leave, sign with an agent. It's funny, after we lost, went back to school. That was my first week of like going to school as a student. And it was so dope for me, just being a student. It was so I didn't have to practice, and for me, like, I appreciate that little week we had of just, it was syllabus week, so I wasn't really doing schoolwork. But I got to wake up when I wanted to wake up, I got to go to class when I want to.
It's a weird feeling.
It was weird. It was weird. I was like, I feel like I'm like cheating the system somehow.
When I lost my senior year, we lost second round. And I didn't have to listen to what they told me.
And that's when I was like, wow, I don't gotta listen to y'all.
I ain't getting no text messages.
And they knew not to text me too. That's the crazy part. They knew not to text me. They knew I was there. They knew not to text me.
I'm not replying to it. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? You gonna run me?
Yeah,
where are you?
I am out.
So that was dope for me though.
Yeah, but school. NBA is next, my brother.
Yes, sir.
So how many workouts you do?
Man, I think like 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about right.
16, because I was supposed to be in the first, beginning of the second round. Like, that's what they had me projected. So I'm all them teams I'm supposed to, even some teams I know I can't go to, I'm trying to make a good impression in them. So I had 16 workouts. That's a tiring process, man.
Do you have any back-to-backs?
Yes. Very.
What was your worst back-to-back?
I think, I don't know I forgot where I came from. I know I went to Orlando. I think it was Utah.
That's a tough one.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I went from Orlando to Utah. So I went to Elevation.
Yeah.
I didn't have a good workout. I did not have a good workout.
I'll tell you what bald head Ty gave me. I had a Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Lakers.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'd have smacked the shit out. I was like, Ty, what the hell?
Now, my agents,
but at the time,
and like me, I was trying to chase people. I'm trying to see
the
dude who you say is better than me.
That's the thing I did respect about it. I was like, okay, he's there.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
I need to go there with him.
I need to be there.
That was a good thing about it.
Yeah.
So you do all the workouts. What was your best workout?
Probably Indiana, my first one. Just because I played very well. I think, who was my matchup? Because I think it was Caleb Swanigan. He was supposed to be ahead of me. So I was like, that's my first one. I think Josh Hart was there with me. Who else was there? There was a few people there. But it was my first one. I'm like, he'd do y'all say better than me. Cool. That's my agent, Aaron was talking about.
Yeah.
Let me go get him. So I kill him. And we, 3-3. I'm just, and he's, he a shooter. He known to, like, he can score from all three level, big dude. And I'm just like the defender. I'm skinny, I'm like, but I handled my own. I killed him. I think Derek White was there too. But we kill him and all that. And then we go to shoot. I ain't never shot this well. At the time, I had never shot this well.
Yeah.
I wasn't shooting threes in college.
Yeah.
I think I maybe shot like 5 or 6 all season, just shot clock, it's there. And so then they have us, I forgot how many shots it is. They do a little chart. I only missed probably like 6. And it was probably like 50 shots, something like that. I shot the hell out the ball. Like, it wasn't no reason. Yeah, it was no reason.
Like, hey,
look.
Aaron,
this might be my last one. And it was funny,
I'm locked in.
Yeah. Indiana, they had drafted Joe Young, who was, when I was a freshman, he was a senior at Oregon. And what I was told was, he's one of them, we promise we're going to draft you. So when I did, I'm like, I know I'm getting a promise. I'm done. It's my one. Nope. Going to office, meet with everybody. And they're commending me on it. I was like, you played very well. Like, better than we thought. You shot the ball way, we never seen you actually shoot the ball, like, stationary and all that. And I was like, you shot it very well, better than, we couldn't imagine. But we're not going to draft you. We got the draft pick is too high to get you. And I was like, damn, like, why am I here then? Why did y'all bring me here? Like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just like, this is a waste of time. Like, this is just like a process y'all just do.
Probably the one moment of the business.
It's just business, yeah. And I was just like, what? Like, and I was like, they was like, you're a little too old to get drafted this high. And we didn't have you projected. I was like, all right, like, thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Every workout, we start, we go through that. know what's funny though? Actually, I want to bring it up. In the combine part, in Chicago, I met with the Nets. Yeah. They showed the clip of North Carolina. I'm my boxing out.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, listen. Appreciate
it. For me though, it was fresh though because I had never watched it. I had never watched it.
Really?
I had never watched it. I watched it after that. I started watching the game. I watched it a few times since, but I never. It's I don't know. It always hurt to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
So I never watched any of the game.
I have never watched that Villanova game a day in my life. Never will.
I was just like, I never watched it. I remember they put it on, and it was like, "Hey, Joe, how you doing?" And they sit you down. 6 people over here. They bring out a TV. And I was like, y'all caught me doing something? Like, it's a video you able to show me or something? And they played the video. I was like, tell us what you think about this. And showed me my boxing out. And it was so fresh. I started crying in the interview. Like, just sitting there, I was just like, because it hurt. It was like they just ripped that Band-Aid off. It was healing. Yeah, it was healing. Come on, Brooklyn. They felt bad about it for sure, but like, it was like one of them, like, it was something that was healing. They just said, nah, start over. Like, picking at a scale, like, start over.
Yeah, for sure.
And it just, for me though, I appreciated that moment. Because like you need to.
This is what you need.
This is what you need. Like
a little closure, maybe.
A little closure. Yeah, it was closure, but it was also like you can't run from this.
Yeah.
Like you cannot watch it, but it still happened. It's still there, and so. But yeah, that's crazy. Side story. But the whole draft process, 16 workouts, and so I have a draft party. I'm thinking,
back in the crib.
At my he was like a lawyer at the time. I had it at his house. He was in Calabasas, so he had a nice house, nice little area.
He had a nice little party. Nice little party right there.
And so we have it there. I invite, friends, family, obviously. And I don't know, I'm thinking on first round, like everybody, my agent told me you should be first round with people, they love you, we're gonna see what happens. And so we get, I'm like, I'm not even watching the first 15 because they told me I ain't that. So I was like, I'm gonna join the party. And then it's, you start hearing the numbers, all right, let me see. My phone. So I'm sitting here. Nope. Leave, come back. They get like 5 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever it is, come back. Nope. And then they get to like pick 21, 20, somewhere like early 20, 21, 22. Agent called me. Yeah, none of the teams are taking you in the first round. Like, they know who they taking. Like, we talked, because I think the Lakers had like 3 picks. Utah had 2 picks. So it was like, it wasn't like a lot of teams. It was just a bunch of picks. And so they was like, yeah, you're not going in the first round. And that's when it was like I failed.
Yeah.
That's how I felt at the time. I was like, I failed, man. Like, second rounders, they always say they don't survive. And this is not knowing anybody who's in the league. This isn't ever having experience, just, what you hear.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, damn, I failed. Like, I'm feeling like, just, why did I leave, man? Why did I sign that damn paper? Why didn't I go back, blah, blah. So I actually leave the party and go in the garage, and it's me, my high school coach, and my assistant coach, Steph, who's a head coach at DePaul now, and we just all in the garage, like, they making calls for me, calling people like, yo, I need my kid drafted. We are drafting, blah, blah, blah. Now we taking this guy. Now we taking this guy. Sorry, coach, can't help you taking this guy. And so we just in there. They just, consoling me. Like, it's going to be all right, man. Like, regardless what happened, man, you did what you did. We're going to figure it out, whatever the next move is. And so I get a call from my agent. He's like, yo, like, I'm sorry you're not going to be able to leave California. When he said that, I was pissed off. I almost said, like, yo, you fired, dude, and hung up. But he was making a joke. Yeah, he was making a joke. He was like, yo, you're not leaving. He's like, you're not going to be able to leave California. He's like, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to leave California. And I was like, what? Like, I'm mad. Like, why are you calling me and telling me this?
Yeah.
It's like 30-something, like, I think we're in pick, like, I'm in the garage, but I think it was around 34. And just as far as, like, hearing a thing, like, from the garage. And so he's like, yeah, you're not going to be able to. I was like, what? What are you talking about? Like, yeah, man, you have to stay in California. And I was like, yo, what are you, like, my voice changed. Usually I'm like, I'm always trying to be, like, respectful people and, like, But I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? And he was like, the Warriors are going to draft you. They're going to buy the 38th pick. I thought I was number 1 pick, man. I thought I was the number 1. Well, and before that, he had told me, like, yo, the Cavs like you and the Warriors like you, but they don't have a pick, so we'll see what happens. And he said, whatever team gets a pick first, they're going to draft you. And so I'm like, I get to play with LeBron, or I get to go to Warriors, but they don't got a pick, right. I'm not really tripping about it. But he called me and said that, I'm just like, yeah. In the garage, like, yeah. We celebrating all that. And I'm just hugging him, like, thank you. And he was like, yeah, don't like you. They was like, yeah, don't tweet anything. We're trying to figure it out. They're going to buy the pick. He was like, congratulations, cool. And it was fun. I'm like, yo, and I'm a playful dude. I always, even if it's my moment, I'm going to make it about everybody. I'm like, yo, don't tell nobody. Just go in there and just, like, let everybody be surprised. Like, let the TV tell them. Yeah. Like, everybody want to see somebody's name called on TV. So I was like, don't tell nobody. I was like, I'm going to go out there. And I walk out. I got the biggest smile off. I was like, I got I was like, hold on, I need another minute. So I give myself, I was like, yo, like, come on. I walk out, I got a smirk. I was like, just look down. Don't look at anybody. I go sit, look down. I go sit. I'm just trying to look. It's like sad. Just so it'd be better. Like, they can go from like here to here. I'm trying to get it. And so I'm just like, so people, sorry JB, sorry JoJo, we'll be all right. And so it was a commercial loan, so I didn't even get to oh shit. It was a commercial loan. And so they don't say like with the 30th pick, the Chicago, it just goes, they start showing my face in the highlights. Which was cool because it was like a shock. But I wanted the build up with the third. I wanted to hear that. But it was just like Jordan Bell or University of Oregon, Chicago. They show in Chicago. And everybody's excited just for me having to be drafted. And I was like, I don't even know what's about to happen. I'm about to take the roof off. So everybody, congrats, everybody hugging me. I was like, yo, hold on. Like, not yet. And so I'm thinking they gonna announce it, but they never announced that the pick was bought. So we turned the TV off. I was like, yo, there's a video on YouTube too, actually, of it. The whole like draft party thing. But I turned the TV off. I'm like, yo, I know Chicago said it, but the Warriors bought the pick. Does, baby. And, and you can hear like the excitement before. It was like, it was like, people were excited. It was the dopest moment, man. And it was lit, it's a great night. Everybody going to call some like, Bob and Steve. A couple players text me. Actually, no player had texted me yet. It was just like GMs and presidents, stuff like they all texted me. And then I go out that night, we go to the club, so we got a section available already for us. And then right when we go in there, Draymond or a number called me, FaceTime me, and I was like, I ain't answering no random FaceTime call. I was like, yo, who this? Hey, motherfucker, when I FaceTime you, let's say that. I was like, I know exactly who this. I'll call him. He's like, yo, congrats, young fella, can't wait to work with you, blah, blah, blah. And so from that, and then we go to Summer League, go to Gurge Camp, man. That shit, man, that shit. Gurge Camp is tough, man. I love it because it's just hoop. I love when it's just, if you can just lock in on hoop and like even cut off the travel, cut off the distraction, cut off the women, cut off going out, just hoop. I love it. Even if it's hard, I appreciate it so much. So
for sure.
Go through that whole process. Freshman rookie year, I'm not thinking, I don't know how much I'm gonna play. I'm just happy I'm like, wow, I'm just happy to be here, y'all. It's all vets here, David West, Andre, Sean, JaVale, Nick, and obviously, Draymond and Clay and Steph and all them, Andre. So I'm just like, I'm just happy to be here. And so the season started rolling. Like, yo, it's good, they started letting me play, and I'm doing what I need to do at the time. Playing my minutes great. Even if it's the last 5 minutes a game.
You're playing hard.
I'm playing hard as shit. Like, it's the last 5 minutes and it's tied. So preseason, I'm just playing that. They, running a live play for me, and Draymond got a connection. And the Warriors are always very good at that. They're very good at just plugging people in. People who know how to play basketball, that 100%. Is. If you know how to play basketball, you can just, it's like Bill Belichick. If you time to get you the ball, you just know how to run and catch. Okay,
you just run the right shit.
Run the right shit. And like, if you don't know how to play the game, like read the space and all that. So I get there and I start playing. I'm having, obviously you have your ups and downs. Whole different league, different monsters. And so rookie year goes by, we win a championship.
What year? You were there what year?
So I got there drafted 2017, 2018. We won. And then I was there the next year too, where we lost to Toronto in the finals.
So, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We went to the finals
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
So, you just blew past that like you wasn't on damn near the greatest team.
I was about to say,
no, 100%. 100%. I thought it was about me, my fault.
You just like, not half. Kevin Durant. Klay Thompson.
Slim.
Bro, you played on one of the greatest teams ever.
Yeah, 100%.
What is that experience like every day with greatness?
You see like the market left on basketball because people used to know me from Oregon. Oh, Oregon Duck. Nobody mentioned Oregon no more. It's the Warriors. Even if people are like, yo, you look familiar.
Yeah.
You play basketball? I'm like, yeah, I was on the Warriors. Jordan, like immediately click. So it's like, I definitely feel, I can't ignore, I feel the impact of that team and how great that team was and like how much, like I said, that stamp they put on just NBA history. I'm part of that. So I'm very gracious for that, for sure. And it was nothing bad about being on. Everything was amazing. Like everything. And like, you see why they won so much. Because once I left, you got the league. I got the league.
Yeah.
I understood, but like, this is the real. This is it. That was fairy tale. Yeah. That's for sure. Because they just treat their players amazing.
Yeah.
And I always say it start with Steph. Just be Steph. I always say Steph don't know he's Steph. He don't know he's best shooter. You know, I'm not saying he don't know that, but he doesn't carry himself like he doesn't.
He's a people's person.
He a people person. And like I was like maybe because he grew up in it, so that's what all he knows. Like I've always had people like even if his players coming in like that first week before training camp they bring his players in.
Yeah.
And so even when I was there in the rookie year or second year, you there when they there, so you doing all that. And I've always everything to Steph is like, yo, Steph, talk to me. Like he came up and asked me like how I was and asked my name, and I was like, yo, like yeah, so that's who Steph is, man. Like he's not. He don't know he's Steph. He think he a regular person, like a regular dude who's just like a respectful man. Like nah, you Steph. But he's also happened to be like that. But yeah, Steph Lee, like I said, his whole character, and y'all see it, you see the kind of person he is. He's a great dude, but to me, he sets the tone for how it all trickles down. How you can't treat nobody bad if he ain't doing it.
Yeah,
right.
Top dude doing it, you damn sure can't do it. So it for me, I would say it starts with Steph. But everybody's real cool. Like Draymond, like he took me on his wing immediately. He's taking care of me. I remember one time he was like, "Yo, this dude buying." He sent me the thing like, "Yo, this dude sells iPads and laptops." Blah blah. And I was like, "I ain't got
Houston."
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We was going.
Hey, good guy.
Yeah, great guy. I just got something. I got something from him recently.
Yeah.
But
hey,
that's crazy.
If you're in the league,
that's crazy.
You know that. Yeah. He be in the lobby all the time. What up?
What up?
You did iPad?
You did guy. Connected. You good? Yeah.
Leo, that's funny.
We was going to. I think I asked him for like film. Like, yo, you got some film? He was like, yeah, you got iPad? I was like, I ain't got none of that. And he sent me the thing, and I was like, I ain't got paid. I don't get paid till like, people don't know you don't get paid. People think you get paid as soon as you got
Hell no, you gotta wait. It's like
to that second, or I think it's November 15th,
or
something like that. Like you go all them months without, and I was like, yeah, like I ain't got no money, dude.
Yeah,
and I think we were going to where did we go? Went to China, and he was like, yo, I'm on the plane. I'm sitting in the seat, and he's upstairs on like it's a big plane, so he go, come up here, Rook. I'm thinking about that. Yeah, what's up, man? And the thing about me, I've always loved doing my rookie shit. Because I've always been a generous person. Like to me, what you want me to do, man? Like you want me to go to the store? Like I appreciated that stuff. When he called me, I was, yo, what you need something? I'll bring you a water.
Yeah.
And he just handed me a laptop, an iPad, a remote control, like to games. He put games.
Yeah.
Here you go, Rook. And I was like, damn, like this dude don't know me from like just taking care of me already. Yeah. Like when we got to China, he bought me. I think we had to wear suits to like the events, or you had to have collar. And I was like, I don't have anything. I came from college. We didn't have to do that. He bought me 5 suits in China. Like Draymond always took care of me, and he even to this day, like he still checks in constantly. Even now with my son, like when I had my son, he was like, "Yo, like make sure you touch him and pick him up, and skin to skin." And before I knew what that was, I heard about it. I was like, I'm thinking that's when you first give birth. But he's giving me details on like live basketball. He's always been that person of just like. I know y'all see how he is. Like people see,
but no,
all
like,
that.
I'm
but like,
glad you're doing it because people need to hear that. Side.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like
you see that little picture, and you think that's what
exactly. Like
nah.
you take that competitive nature of his, and regardless of, he has no dislike for anybody that has happened to what he's done.
Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying. Like he is a charismatic, genuine guy,
100%,
and people need to know that.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Just because.
You saw him in that hour of game, though. Right. We in battle right now.
Exactly.
This ain't who I am.
Exactly.
I got 23 hours to live, so I'm not this guy,
Exactly.
Russell Westbrook sees no friends on the floor. A lot of guys see no friends on the floor.
Chris don't either.
You know what I'm saying? Chris sees no friends on the floor. Me and Chris are not family on the court.
At all.
We're not family. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how it is, and that's just how it is.
We competing. We're not supposed to.
If me and you playing each other, if we played each other tomorrow, this podcast would not mean a damn thing. He would block my shot just like he never did.
Talk some shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it is. But I think that's big though because people have that.
Persona
to him, people just from how they are on the basketball court. And that's just not the case.
Yeah.
Especially like guys like Draymond, Russell Westbrook.
Russ one of the nicest dudes I've ever met.
Unbelievable.
You ask anybody, he's one of the best.
Bro.
I've teammates for him for 10 days. One of my best teammates I ever had.
Crazy.
Ever.
Russ is good people. That's
unbelievable.
Good people, man.
But I just want to go back to that Warriors team, that first year, bro. Like y'all were.
It was amazing.
You knew y'all was winning.
Yeah. I was talking shit. Like I felt like the number one pick. Like, oh shit, I'm about to get a ring. Rookie year. Like everybody kept saying that to me too. Like I remember the draft process, it was me, Donovan Mitchell, Luke Kennard, John Collins. Like they're like, yo, damn, you must get a ring, you're rookie. So I'm hearing this too. But I also thinking like, hell yeah, I must get a ring. Like they just did it.
What is the confidence level like in the locker room? Like y'all knew y'all about to beat everybody.
You know what's crazy though? Every game, it wasn't about were we gonna win? It was like, are y'all gonna play today? Just because, I feel like with anything, it's like, it's the human nature. You get up, you start to relax a little bit. It's like these guys we had an older team. We had David West, Sean Livingston, Zaza Pachulia, Nick Young, JaVale. Like these dudes are older. They've been in the league for a while, so they're not worried about the regular season. They, we know what to do when it gets there. And so our whole thing was like, we got to make sure we're right when we get there. We can't can't skip past this.
Yeah.
But you can tell them these dudes who just won 2 in a row or 2 beat Brown. Like, you can't. It's hard to tell them dudes.
Exactly. And they still winning.
And they still winning. Like, what am I? So that was Steve's always message. Like, you have to do the little things right every time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, obviously, how them games, people don't want to play. You don't show up like, just tired. And so that was probably the only thing that was like, I ain't gonna say it held us back, but that was our only like kind of concern was like, are we gonna play today?
It's human nature.
That's human nature. That's with anything. It's like you get up by 20, you start taking some crazy shots. You start relaxing, like, let me not foul and get it, let them score the bucket, let's keep playing. That it's natural. It's natural. I feel like we do something so much, it's easy just to like,
For sure.
And it's not like they weren't competitive, not like they didn't want to win. It was just 82 games, man.
Was that the year that your crazy ass threw the ball off the backboard? Play the clip.
That was our first.
In Dallas. This man, Jordan Bell, gets the ball. Throws it off the glass.
That was our first road trip, too.
Set the tone for the year. They don't give a damn about nothing.
That was our first road trip, too.
Throws off the glass, dunks and shit. Everybody like, yo, did he just do that?
Yeah. It's a clip out, too. They be showing that clip, and the words aren't right. And nobody was mad. Everybody was happy. Even Steve, and it was like, in the clip, I think it's like a little TikTok thing. They're like, Steve is like, we don't do that in NBA.
Oh, yeah.
Steve didn't say that. Steve said, yo, I thought it was dope. But watch out when you go down. They might try to they might try to take you out there. So he's like, it's an old school team. Rick over there, Carlisle.
Yeah.
And even if you watch the clip, when I do it, you see all the older coaches kind of stand up like,
oh yeah.
Now you kind of see it like, what? You letting this happen? Yeah. And so, and me, I've always. It's 2 points. And like I pulled up for 3 and like I extended the score. It was 2 points.
Yeah.
He just happened to foul me.
You just threw it off the glass.
Yeah, I didn't get enough. I didn't get a rebound for it.
You just threw it off the glass.
It was funny though, before that game, like Nick always asked me before the game, like, you get a fast break, what you gonna do? Every game I was like,
it sound like
I'm gonna get a windmill and shit. And he was like, what you gonna do? Throw that bitch off the backboard. So in the clip, I literally blocked the shot and JaVale tipped me and I catch it. I know what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I just turn around and throw it and dude pushed me behind and one. It was just like, and I remember when I did it, I was like,
oh shit!
I'm like, I did it in college, I did it in high school, but it was like,
I did this shit in the league.
Top 10 for sure. And so, and so I was in the moment. I was being a kid. I'm rookie. This is all fun to me still. Like, and it's still fun to me, but it's like I'm still wide eyed and like a little kid. You see the kids now. They warm ups. You can tell older and younger. Young kids dunking, getting real game shots, getting stuff. And so to me, it was just. I was just having fun. I was just
for sure.
Yeah.
Talk about your first playoff experience. I remember Draymond.
That was second. That was
the second year.
Yeah, second year.
Oh, okay.
First year we played against. My first year of playoffs is probably like some of the best. Well, playing against Houston and it's going to Game 7 with them with Chris. That was so fun though, because I love, like I said, I love competitiveness, and that whole series was just so
dog fight.
Hey, it was so competitive, man.
Yeah, bro.
That shit was crazy.
Like every play, every possession was like
monumental.
Oh, very.
Every play mattered.
Everything mattered. Yeah, and so like that to me, that was like one of the best basketball things. And it's funny, like they be talking about how I think they missed like 28 threes in a row. I could not have told you that.
Yeah.
So I saw Trevor Ariza did a pod.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
it was Eric Gordon.
That was it was TA did one too. Yeah.
EG did one. And he talked about they missed 27 threes. And he was like, I didn't realize. I knew they missed shots. Because it was in the game.
It was in the game.
And I didn't even think about it. I'm like, damn.
If you in the game, you're not thinking
it was in the game.
You're not counting.
Shit like that happen all the time.
All the time.
You're just trying to figure out how to win the
and people say 27 in a row. They didn't take 27 in a row and like miss all those.
Yeah.
They were still scoring. The game was close the game was close the whole game. It wasn't we got a lead because we probably got like
a little
4 points, 5 points. Sure. Yeah, the game was never like we got this game. So it's that series, like we said, that Game 7, like I said, people said, I was like, they missed. I could not have told you that.
That's crazy.
At all. I could not have told you that.
How was like the team? Because I feel like that was the first time y'all got tested. in a long time, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
So like,
Houston, Texas, we knew though, like
that whole year. So obviously, it's a conversation in a world now that's like, if Chris plays, the Rockets win, or like
Andre played,
if Andre played, y'all win. You know what I mean? So like, how was just the energy with y'all that like, oh shit, like we really found something?
Like I said, for me, it was I loved it because it was so you're scared.
Yeah.
And I love being scared, but like your best games, my best games have come from when I think they got a really good team, they got a dude they've been talking about, and I got to guard him. That's when I show up. So to me, it was like one of them, like, I get to, this is exciting. I'm scared, but I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited to, have to guard these guys. And Houston they were a monster, man, because they just switching threes.
Everything.
And they just start trying to ISO me up. And then me, I've been a defender all my life. I ain't never been called out like, bring him. And they was just, bring him up here.
Yeah.
And that whole year, people always ask me, like, my first welcome to the NBA moment, I would say guarding Eric Gordon was the hardest thing I ever had to do. Like, as a player, like, guard somebody.
Because he seek contact.
And they're shooting threes, though. We know they're shooting threes, so we have to be up. Yes. So I'm giving a dude who's smaller than me, short, like, stronger than me, or have lower center of gravity. And you want me to be super, take away his space, and then he drives. And I'm a shoulder. And I'm a rookie. I don't know how to guard that. I don't know to absorb, and take it. Bro. So he was either, I was doing my job taking a three, but he was just, when he gets to the paint, and one, layup. And to me, I always say Eric Gordon was the toughest person I ever had to guard. That was my, like, welcome. But in that playoff, it was game 7. They just kept doing the same thing. And I was like, oh, I figured it out. Mm-hmm. Andre was on the bench. I was like, yo, Andre, how do I guard him? I'm guarding the three good. When he drives, I'm either gonna foul. He was like, he's like, prepare to absorb the hit. Mm-hmm. And I never heard, I was like, what do you mean prepare? Like, I don't want to predict what he's gonna do. He was like, well, they ain't shooting mid-range. Yep.
That's the thing.
They ain't shooting mid-range. He said he's going to the rim. He's like, so when you start feeling like you there, and I started doing it, I was like, oh shit, like, that's what it is. Yeah. That's what it is. That's so tough, so that game 7, like, even guarding James, James always a tough guard, but I knew how to prepare for it better. For sure. And so they stopped calling me up. They start trying to get somebody else up there. But yeah, that whole series was
shout out to having vets.
Yeah, for real. Important. I think that's a problem we have in the league, right? We have enough vets around, man. And you see all the crazy stuff going on.
That's a pod in itself, man. Shit. But I'll tell you this, and we're gonna. This is a question. That 2018 Bron that y'all went against,
I always say
oh my God,
if they win game 1, if that JR situation don't happen, that's a whole different series.
That's a whole different
series. Completely.
Man.
Completely. I think them losing and getting, I think Bron dropped, I want to say like
he was 50.
He dropped 50 on us.
It killed him.
How do you not win and you have 50?
It killed him.
And to me, it was like, I always watch the clip, because I'm a Bron fan. I've always been a Warrior fan. So like, the whole playoff, I always watched all those videos. I remember this video, Bron was like, yo, that mentally messed them up when there was that.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that mentally messed you and your whole team up.
It was done.
You dropped 50, you still, what else can you do?
Can't do no more.
What else can you do? What else can you do? You almost had triple double with 50. What else can you do? It's over, yeah. And so when he did that, I was like, all right, cool. Like, we at the time, it was like, we all right now.
We just can't let Bron go for 50. All right, let's just
for sure.
But he still was.
He still was, all right, Bron still did Bron, for sure. But it was like, we got your best shot. We took your best hit, your best hook, whatever it might be, and we survived. Like,
we might as well ask a question now.
Yeah.
You're a Bron fan.
Yeah.
What was the better Bron, 2018 or 2012 in Miami? That's tough.
That's tough. That's so
2018.
Tough. Yeah. That whole playoff run, 18, was crazy.
Nuts.
That shit was crazy. Because he wasn't supposed to be there. It's funny. No disrespect to the players they got.
He was not supposed to be there.
I was arguing with a player, another basketball player, and I was like, yo, like, he was like, we talking about Bron and Jordan, and I'm going to bat for Bron, blah, blah. I said, yo, tell me his 2018 team. And he couldn't tell me a lot of players on that team. He said K-Love, and I was like, all right.
Yep.
All right, like, who else did he have? And he was like, I was like, Jeff Green was on that team, Jordan Clark was on that team, Larry. He's like, oh shit. I was like, he took them to the finals. Like, what else we talking about? What else we talking about,
bro?
That whole playoff run was crazy. Crazy.
So you go 2018?
Huh?
2012 was a monster.
2012. He was
2012 was
different in 2012.
a monster. But he did everything in 2018 that he did everything he did in 2012 and 2018 and better.
Did he? Was it better?
Except winning it. Winning it.
I'm gonna just say, just because
That's
age
tough.
that he was at 2018, still doing what he was doing, like he was.
I stopped giving him that.
I mean, you have to, but still, hey, like even what he's doing right now.
I stopped giving him that. I stopped trying to count because he's not like us.
He's
we don't
not
have the
human.
same clock, so
Like he's not human.
Yeah.
Like
He's an alien.
Yeah, for
He's
sure.
an alien.
He don't have the same
He's
clock.
not
He a
human.
vampire. He lived a couple thousand years. Like
y'all
our
seen the
clock
clip
is
the other day? He was like, "I'm gonna play it to 40,
yeah,
and then I'm gonna start shooting left-handed."
Shut your ass up, bro.
Why he couldn't though? Why he couldn't? Why he left-handed? Why he couldn't? Really wanted to.
That's
Talk
crazy.
about just the, I would say the resolve and the fight of the organization, the Warriors in general, that second year, because everything was going against KD getting hurt, Clay, and y'all still fought to the
for real.
Like,
now, if everybody's healthy, we win. Everybody know. I think everybody in the world knows that. Everybody healthy, we win.
I know. I mean, I'm not gonna go against Kawhi, but
we have.
hey, Kawhi is an animal.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to that later.
I even think if it's crazy. I always say if Clay doesn't tear his ACL in that game, and we make
y'all
it,
might win now.
No, ain't no might. We win that one. Them they never been to a game 7.
Yeah,
Kawhi
has.
Kawhi has for sure. The other players ain't been to a game 7.
That's true. That's true.
Steph and them did this. Clay,
they
did
done
this. And so even when I was Slim, like, because he got hurt first round against the Clippers, I believe, and we got the Warriors. We team. We gonna get by. And I think we swept. I know we swept Blazers. Who was the team before that? Was it Spurs?
Houston, 4-2.
Houston, yeah. Like that series wasn't what it was like
the year before.
Year before, yeah. So it was like even when I was Slim, like they still the Warriors. They proved that before he came. And so like I said, if we win that game, and Clay, because Clay started heating up.
Yeah, he
Clay,
did. He was hot that
Clay,
game. Game 6
so I think if we get to that game, I think we win that for sure. For sure. But
we didn't talk about how was the parade.
Play
the clip. I don't know if you had a shirt on.
Have a shirt on? It started though. No, I think it came off. It was crazy though. I had just got a tattoo like the day before, 2 days before. And so if you see my stomach, it's scared because alcohol, burning, it just look nasty. It looks nasty. But I had the time of my life, man. Because I grew up, I'm from Long Beach, LA area.
That's tough, bro.
You watch Lakers parade all your life. That's all you ever did. We went to the parades and all that.
Big time.
And so it was like, I get to be in this. And I was chilling. At first, it's funny. I was chilling. I had my mom, my whole family, all my siblings, had some friends from college. The whole family was there. And it was like me on the bus with Andre. So it was just like, it's a dope moment. And the only reason that happened, the whole, Hennessy and all that, is because we actually forgot our Hennessy at the crib. And all started because we forgot it. So I went shopping. Costco got the big jug. They said, like, they told us, like, we're not gonna give you, like, I think 2 champagne bottles per player. We're not providing alcohol. So bring your own on the bus. So, it's not like we're in a public drinking. But the night before I put it out, our whole family's at my house. I put the bottle out, go to sleep. They have cars come pick up players and their family. And so I come downstairs and it's not there. I'm like, oh, it's cool. Somebody took it already. My mom put it away because she just hates stuff being out.
Yeah.
So she put it away. I get there. I'm like, yo, like, who got the bottle? We didn't bring it. My brother runs to Costco. All they got is like the little, we trying to split that.
Yeah.
We trying to like give you up that. And then, right before the parade started, he goes, yo, we want all y'all to actually get off the bus and interact with people. That's who I am naturally anyway.
Yeah.
Cool. I was gonna do that anyway. And so I'm in the crowd, just having fun, just shaking hands. And I put out a tweet. It was like, yo, anybody got some Hennessy? Let me know. And so it was people like, yo, Jordan, like JB, we got you.
Yeah.
So as I'm walking, I'm pulling from bottles. Like I'm in college again, just pulling, people giving me bottles. And I'm faded 10 minutes in. 10 minutes in, I'm gone. I don't remember the whole, I couldn't even tell you about that.
Who gives a damn?
Yeah,
I'll watch it later.
That first street is all I needed. But yeah, that we get through that. I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
I ain't got basketball tomorrow.
Enjoy
I ain't got
the
nothing to
moment,
do.
brother.
Right.
I'm enjoying the moment,
Enjoy
so
the
I'm just drinking. And I'm a people person. People I love just hanging out with people. I love seeing people have a good time. So I'm just acting an animal, just in the crowd, drinking, have fun. And then that was the whole parade though.
That's tough.
It was fun though, so fun, man.
That's tough.
I'm happy. It was for me. I was more happy for my mom.
Yeah,
like I said, she's like one of the biggest Laker fans. She always grew up. We grew up going to the parades, and I have her like being on the ground, seeing her on the float, my name and number on the bus. That to me, that was the best tough. Moment. Yeah, best moment.
I do want to touch on that Draymond part.
Yeah, second year, for sure.
That just shows
who he is,
the type of guy
That's
he
who
is.
he is, man.
You know what I'm saying?
All the time,
like,
too.
Play the clip. I mean, there was. What'd you do? I forgot what you did.
I think I got a block or something, and I had a fast break dunk, and I tried to dunk, and it rimmed out.
Yeah, and you missed it. And he was like, man, pick your damn head up.
Yeah, and he was at the free throw line, and I wasn't like, I wasn't showing it, but
sure.
for him to even be thinking about that, because
he missed the shot tonight. Did he? I did it. He did too. It's okay. Keep it moving.
In the moment, I think so we didn't have KD, and I believe DeMarcus was still hurt at the time, and so I'm starting in the Western Conference Finals, and after I remember him saying like, I can get mad and cuss him out, or I can uplift him. Like, we need him right now because we're behind. So what approach am I going to take? So I don't think it was more so him seeing me like that, but I just think he's wanted to make sure I was good. It was like one of those check-ins.
For sure.
Like, hey, he missed a shot, you missed a shot, I missed a shot.
Yeah,
cool.
Exactly.
And I was like, yeah, I'm with you, bro. Like, I wasn't tripping, but I appreciate it. Like, for real. Like, hearing that. And because it's quiet, people like, kind of, talking shit. Yeah. I think they were shooting a free throw at the time. And it was just like, I'm thinking about the game still, but he was like, yo, you good? And then he went to the bench. He did it again. Hey, he missed a shot. Hey, let's keep playing basketball. I'm cool. Okay, let's rock.
It's okay. You missed a shot. All of us have. Nobody's perfect.
I think a couple possessions later, he gave me a pass, dunk.
Yeah.
I was like, my God. Yeah, my God. Sure. I got you.
For sure. And before we get off the Warriors piece, because we can talk about that all day. Man. I want to talk about, I never experienced it, Oracle.
Oh, man. It's a beast. Oracle's different for sure.
I heard it was insane.
When they start getting loud, it's no fake noise needed in the arena. It was never like a button. It probably was, but if it was a need to be loud, you look around, you see everybody cheering.
I heard Oracle was.
Oh my God, it's literally like a time bomb. Like, and I always say they just wait for Steph to make a three.
Yeah, they just
waited. They don't wait. They just waited, and we always a third. Like, that was our emphasis. Third quarter, we gonna come out. That's the first 3 minutes. That's our. That's where that's our bread and butter. We own the beginning of the third quarter.
He all happy. He a Warriors fan.
Yes, sir.
We killed in the third quarter, bro.
Yeah, but that was our thing, and like and the arena was set up. It was like it's like a dome, but like it feel like kind of like Utah. Utah they kind of go vertical.
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's more cramped in. And it literally, like, people always say, it feel like the building's rocking. Nah, you feel.
I'm sick. I never experienced that.
Oh, man, it was amazing.
Did they tear it down?
Nah, it's still there. They use it for like, concerts and stuff.
They should play at least.
They got to. They got
a couple games.
They got to, for sure. For sure. I think they definitely want to. They just trying to figure out probably like the right time to do it. Yeah.
The timing of it, yeah.
I think it'll be like once they, Steph and them, Clay, trying to like closer to the end. I think they're like, one big last send off.
So after that run, what was next for you?
I go to Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yep.
And that's when I found out what the league is. I found out about the business.
Yeah.
And star players. Whatever they want is where you're gonna get. You learn about I learned. That's to me. That's when I actually started learning.
Yes.
The stuff.
Yes.
And I said the Warriors were so chill. And I always say my biggest mistake was thinking I was them, thinking I was Draymond and Clay, and like. They coming late, I'm coming late. You never should be late.
Yeah.
And I've always, like I said, I wasn't like an asshole. I was just, little things, being late. My vitamins, I didn't take my vitamins that day. I didn't, just the tiniest, littlest things that you think don't matter, and they matter so much. And so I went 2 years of that, and then I get to the league, to a different team. I'm trying to do this. I'm doing it somewhat the same. I'm trying to better myself, but those habits stay with you. So I'm late. That's probably like late twice all year in Minnesota. But I missed my flight one time, preseason. We were going to Bahamas. And it wasn't my fault, but it was like, you have a reputation of being late. So why would we believe you? And that's when I'm like, you gotta fix how people view you. You gotta take whatever people have you and like throw it away and like go extra hard. Be there 30 minutes early, be there 15 minutes, be the guy. Oh, JB, you here already? Yes, sir. You don't have to worry about me being late. You don't have to worry about me. As soon as I walk in, get my vitamins, let me, what are the little things? Like, do all the little things correct. I didn't finish my lift. When we good court, I'm gonna come back out there and make sure I come finish. Make sure you come see me.
Yeah.
And so I didn't ever want to be a guy like they having to come check on and keep track of.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I got there, I kind of started off bad. I eventually got it, but the business is already in.
Yeah.
And so I get traded. The whole team got traded. That shit was crazy, man. That shit was crazy. The whole team got traded.
From Minnesota?
Yeah. Oh, it was Wiggs got traded, Covington got traded, I got traded.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Trevor Graham got traded.
Jeff
got traded.
Whole damn team.
Couple more people. Shabazz Neighbor got traded. Who else? It was like 2 more people got involved.
Clean the house.
Clean the house to get D-Lo. We knew that's what it was for, to get D-Lo.
Yeah.
And it was like, damn, this business, like, he wanted him on his team.
That's what they're going to do.
That's what they're going to do.
They're going
to find a way. And so that's when I was like, that's when it kind of like got very, I want to say, actually, I take that back. My second year in the league it's to me when I got down as far as like mentally. And because from going from my rookie year, playing a lot of minutes, being impactful in the finals, have my assignment be Brown, guard him full court, that's a big ask.
Mm-hmm.
And you ask a rookie to do that. So coming into my second year, I'm thinking like, yo, my role, David West gone, Zaza gone, JaVale gone. It's me, me. As far as young guys, I played the most.
Mm-hmm.
I should be starting or, at least have one of them old guys minutes. And so I come in training camp and they're just like, yeah, we're probably not going to play you that much this year. You're doing nothing wrong, but we're not going to play you. And I was like, okay. Straight like that. And some people wouldn't tell you though.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people wouldn't tell you. So, hearing that, I was just like, damn, man. Like, but hearing you're not doing anything wrong makes it way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish it was something wrong.
Right.
Now I can sleep at
Now
night. And I can fix that.
I can fix it.
And I'll be good. And it's like, you're doing nothing wrong. And like, throughout the season, just hearing the same thing. You're not doing anything wrong, JB. It's just, how it is, business. And you're just hearing that so much. And I had never not played.
Mm-hmm.
I had, not started. I had not got my minutes cut, whatever. I had never not just played. And so I don't know. Like I said, we have too much free time. I don't know. It's all
you're doing is thinking about it.
All you're doing is thinking about it now. I'm going to practice, get it early, get my stuff, get my work, leave, and I'm home like, we got a game tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just dress up and go sit. Like, that's my mindset. Like, games stop being fun to me. And so, I was just super depressed, man. I never knew what depression was either. I always I thought it was like, oh, you just, you're soft, you're making up some word. I never knew like when you can literally like your body's not acting right, your mental's not right, so everything else, like all my relationships got a dent in them because of that year of just taking
your
that.
Second year?
Yeah, second year.
Second year.
Taking all that back home, and now I'm taking this anger out on y'all. I'm not acting the same way. I'm my tongue. I'm not being as respectful as I used to be. I'm not caring as much. So my second year was like definitely the hardest year of my life as far as like mentally. So my third year, I'm working on it now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it. I don't want that feeling. So how can I, even if basketball don't work out, how can I change? That's when you say I stop putting my eggs in them baskets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't because it's going to kill me if I do. It's going to kill me if I do. And so I got an interest in MMA. I started doing that. Got interested in it, started trying to learn the piano, started just doing stuff to just, make sure my mind is right, whatever it is.
But that goes back to Arizona.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That balance.
Like, man, you got to balance it.
You
You
gotta
can't
balance.
just, I gotta go chill with my homies. I can't just do this.
That's the one thing I tell the guys that ask me for advice. Yes, put your work in, but you got to have balance because there is going to come a time
no
where that shit going to punch you in your fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to punch you in the face. And that shit going to hurt.
Yeah.
And you're going to be down. And you can't, if you don't have nothing to go to, there's something else that's
going
to
to
make you happy.
You've been down there for a long time, man.
And the blessing is, bro, I'm not saying you go get a kid.
No, for sure.
I am not saying that because you got to be ready.
Yeah.
But my little girl,
man,
my fiance, like going home to them.
It's hard to care about anything else, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to like put anything else. Like
when Alana walks in, when I walk in and she's like, "Oh, Dad,"
what?
I just went 2 for 80. I'm shooting 30% from 3.
The game don't even matter no more.
What? Who cares? Who cares?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that little stuff, bro. Yeah. That's huge, bro.
Yeah.
Like I love how self-observant you are as far as just like little things. You know what I'm saying? Like
man.
that little shit matters, bro. They paying attention to all that little shit that you don't do or you do. And I think it's That's big, bro.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people need to understand that, like, obviously you guys are in like a high position, you know, being athletes and stuff like that. But like, just in like human nature, like work-life balance is super important.
Super important.
Like, I don't care if you work a 9 to 5, if you work playing 2 hours of basketball in an NBA game, NFL, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, you still got to make time for yourself. You got to like self-care. All that stuff is important because like our jobs, y'all can get cut any day. I can get fired any day, any moment.
Right now.
You know what I mean? Like
any moment. And
like,
I think that's tough too because like in the position we are right now, we're in the G. Nothing wrong with it at all. We just trying to get back to where we are. But like those experiences prepared us right now.
Yeah,
you know
it's so easy for me.
Like
it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to my teammates. I said, guys, I've never been more free. And just, I feel like that kid that played AAU. Like,
man,
this experience right now,
was just
I'm
talking
in AAU.
about that, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just playing basketball. I'm good.
Yeah.
And yes, we've had some years that's helped us along the way. But at the same time, it's like we've understood the purpose of this thing is this.
Yeah.
Relationships, meeting new people to make the world better and understand putting people in the right place to do great things. And I think that's the ultimate goal. And I think we've all done a good job at it. And you're doing something big right now. And you want to tell everybody what the coaching.
Oh yeah. So I'm in the NBA's coaching development program right now. Cause I know what I want to do with my next chapter in my life. So and like I said, I've just been around vets, seeing people trying to wonder and like figure it out. And it's like, I don't want to get to that, y'all, and be doing the same thing. You know, let me learn from your mistakes. And for me, growing up, I always made mistakes. And so now like being older, it's easy for me to see other people's mistakes and be like, okay, don't do that.
Yeah.
I ain't got to go through that. Let me do this now. And so, like I said, I love basketball. I know I want to be around it in some kind of aspect. And I was like I said, once I had my son, he's 2 years old, I started thinking about not his career, I started thinking about his life. Like, what is he going to do? And so it's very easy for me to start this process right now because whatever I get, I can just input. I can put all that into him. Now, when I start my next step, I'm not trying to, I got to take care of my family. Like, I already know what we're going to do.
Exactly.
I know what we're going to do. And so, like I said, just seeing other people start their process, and I was like, why not start it now? Like, even though I don't know how many years I have alone playing basketball, I think I still have a while, but why not start now?
Exactly.
And so they have a program going on, and the whole program, honestly, I'm the only player in there, or I was the only player in the meeting yesterday, but I think it's like 2 players in there. All the other guys are people who probably got to the end of the career, and now they're trying
and now they're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, all the dudes in there is older than me, and they're trying to learn. Like, so what the program is, they're teaching you the steps of being a coach. So right now we're working on scouting. Actually, I have to go scout a game after this, which is the team we're going to play, so I get a little extra film. But they're just, right now they're teaching us how to cut clips, which is, film is the most important thing as far as coaching. You got to scout your team, you got to learn how to put it together, make 250 clips and pick from these 15 clips which ones we need to give to our team, what strategy we're going to go with, And so right now that's all we're learning. And 28, I don't know when I'm going to use this, but when I get there, I'm going to be an expert at it.
Exactly.
I'm not going to get there and be like, oh, teach me. Like, no, I know how to do this. Like, what's the problem? Why I don't need a job? Why can't I get a job? Like, I know how to do this. My interview process should just go smooth. So yeah, the whole program is really just getting people ready for that. They always say, we're ready for that interview. And once you get the job, you're not, how do you do this? You already know how to do everything. So it's taken out, and it's all I believe it's all former players who are in the program. So it's one, we already have a head start as far as on the court knowledge, but let's not let this hold us back, because the people who don't play or who didn't play, this is all they got over us.
Yes.
So if I got this and experience, it should be no reason why I shouldn't be, a top candidate. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. We haven't done too much. It's just, this is our first time meeting in person, but it's been really cool, man. And they're very straight up with us about everything.
I like that.
But yeah, right now, we learning how to cut clips, and so I'm very excited because now, I want to.
That's something else under your belt.
Something under my belt. I can learn how to, what you want to see. Okay, cool.
I know how to do this.
Yeah, and it's like once I learn how to really do it, I told my coaches, like, y'all want to start helping with that? I'm gonna help with film. Like, if you want me to cut something, just tell me. Give me like a little practice. Give me some practice so I can practice it. And so,
for sure.
And like I said, I don't know how long we playing. It might be 5, 10, I don't know. But like like I said, when I get there, I know I'm gonna know how to do all this.
That's dope. That's dope.
Man, it's been an unbelievable pod, brother.
Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all having me.
This is one of the best for sure. Yeah. I appreciate you coming on, but we got a couple questions before we leave.
Yeah,
got a couple questions before you ask some America's team.
Yeah, who's America's team?
And
NBA wise.
NBA wise,
gotta be the Lakers. No,
I said the Lakers.
Say Boston.
Yeah.
Nah,
I said the Lakers.
I go by this. Before I would say I'm biased, but playing in every other, like playing on other teams, you knew when the Lakers was in town.
For sure.
The whole arena was Lakers.
Yeah.
The whole arena.
And the whole arena, ain't like a little, no, the whole arena.
It's crazy.
And being on the Warriors, it used to be like that for us, except when we played them Lakers, even at home.
Really?
Really?
What?
Really?
They shut that whole thing down. Laker fans be in there crazy.
I didn't know that either.
Crazy.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wild.
And that was when I think my second year when Brian got there. Even before that, like even they were still trying to figure out things. It was still Laker fans in there, heavy, but definitely when Brian got there. But
yeah,
it was just crazy, for sure.
That solidies the
question.
Yeah. They took over the Warriors area.
They took over Oracle, and I was just like, yeah. So like, I think I think it was like the game before Christmas game, my second year, or was it a Christmas game?
Might have been Christmas.
I think it was Christmas game. Yeah, Brian was gonna make that matchup, but yeah, they shut that thing down in there.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Deeper bag, Luka or Shea?
As far as what?
Scoring.
Scoring? Shea.
Okay.
Luka he can make passes like he can make. He can make,
Right.
Okay. Shea's ran away.
Yeah.
Shea's ran away with this thing. He's ran away with it. Now we got the most controversial question. Does Kawhi Leonard deserve a statue with the Toronto Raptors?
I don't think how you. No. You can't. I don't know how you give somebody 1 year. Like somebody's been here there 1 year, you can't give them a statue.
I agree with you.
I just yeah. To me, statues.
Little
I don't
bias.
know. They give us
little bias. Little bias.
I love Kawhi. No, I wear number 2 because of Kawhi.
No,
I wear number 2 because of Kawhi. But no, it's hard not to. It's hard to give. I don't know. For me, I just seeing the statues that are out there.
Yeah.
That's
the only debate that I can't
argue.
I can't argue with that.
I think he can get his jersey retired.
Oh, for sure.
That's different. I think he can get his jersey retired for sure.
I can't.
But a statue is like
I can't argue.
Yeah, that's hard to get a statue, man.
But he was there 1 year.
Yeah. He won a chip. What he did was crazy. What he did was crazy.
His jersey up there.
It was a crazy
run. Yeah, statues. I don't know. That's a big ask.
Yeah, it's a big ask. But Jordan, man, it has been unbelievable pod, brother. We appreciate you coming on.
Thanks.
And you're going to get back there.
Yeah, trying to. If I don't, man, like I said, I'm focused on now. I'm focused on what I got.
For sure, brother. For sure.
Get there.
You on the right path. You're on the right path. And it's been great listening to your story. And I think everybody's going to enjoy this one because I surely did. And like I said, y'all already know what to do. Y'all follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and subscribe on YouTube. And we're only getting bigger and better. We got an NBA champion here. Got an NBA champion. She brought the ring, but we don't know.
I gave it to my mom, actually. I don't know where it's at. I gave it to my mom.
But hey, man, that's another episode. Peace.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate you, bro.